What up, everybody? Welcome to the PorterWay Podcast. Media Blitz, day 3 for us. We are here at the media room. In the media room, got some people kind of flooding in now. Saw Bernard walk by. I thought he was coming in, but he just walked by. Oscar just got here. Haha Davis is in the building. A few other guys, so we gonna try to pull him in and pull him on and just have some fun, talk about this fight, talk about boxing in general, and just like I've been saying for a long time about this boxing thing, man, I want to expose it and take it to another level. I think that the promotion of boxing right now still has some flaws, and I'm trying to fill in them gaps. So appreciate y'all for tuning in to the PorterWay Podcast, YouTube, live media blitz, and we're going to do the best we can to hold this down. Ant ain't with me today. Neither is Carson. They'll be here a little bit later. So this is what we're going to try to do. Yes, ma'am. Whenever they're ready. Yep. Just got to confirm we'll get Bernard and Oscar whenever they're ready. So here's the thing. The weigh-ins are being conducted outdoors. We do have a situation with power we need to figure out, but we're going to try to get over there and do a live stream right there at the weigh-in. We're still working on some of those particulars to get that to happen. We will not be covered, for the sake of words, by the promotion. So we'll probably be outside the gates and all that kind of stuff. We're going to make it happen. You know, we all like to hustle. We all like to work hard. And especially with me, I love it. So we're going to do the best we can to get over there, too, and give you guys a good look from the PorterWay Podcast view, of course, and see what we can make happen. And said it's too early. I got things to do. I got a life. I got a baby boy I got to look after. Has his day job that he refuses to quit, nor would I ask him to quit it, but he has not quit that day job. And so they're busy, but we're going to try to make it happen. I just seen this message. What up, Shawn? Love the podcast, bro. Thanks for always putting out good content and giving us great fights. I do the best I can, my man. And I'm trying to do this alone today. Real quick, can we get Dane on just for a second? So we had Dane here yesterday, and we didn't even really get into what I was trying to get into. But real quick, just tell everybody what's on our website, also the website as well. But tell them what's on the website right now.
Yeah, so right now we got all our classic tees, the PorterWay Podcast logos.
We at the classic level already?
We got the
Is that the classic?
I mean, this is definitely
that's
from
the classic.
From the first one. We got the classic logo that I believe Carson's wife made, right?
Yeah. Yep.
So for everybody that's been rocking with us since day one, definitely grab those. We got the cartoon tee. We got the new logo, that alternate logo as well. So we got a lot of different tees, hoodies, hats. Get your PorterWay Podcast mugs. Those are really good gifts.
Who came up with the mug idea?
I did. When I'm watching, the podcast, I see y'all up there, on Blue Wire, even a new spot.
Yeah.
And, Carson always has his Cavs cup.
Yeah.
You might have a bottle of water. Ant might have something else.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
Ant just showed up with it. I was like, wait a minute, man, you don't drink coffee?
Yeah, for the look.
Yeah, but just for the
whatever
look.
you drink,
That was smooth, though,
pour it
I
in
appreciate you, boss.
there.
And you did the mug, too. The coffee mug, and then the bigger mug, too. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Gotta,
I don't have one of those.
That was needed for Carson.
Okay.
But I don't know if
Did he get one?
I don't know if Carson's gonna.
Because I know Ant got his.
No, I don't think nobody got those yet.
Ant the only one that has it.
Just the regular coffee mugs.
Okay, so Ant sliding and keeping everybody's merchandise, huh?
Yep.
Okay. And then also subscribe to our Patreon, /TPWP. That's how you find it. There's 3 tiers on there: the contender tier, the prospect tier, and the champion tier. There's a tier on there for you. And, of course, when you subscribe, you get % off of all PorterWay Podcast merchandise. And as I like to say, birthday gift, Christmas gift, Valentine's Day, just because you want something that look great, go ahead, get it. So we appreciate you, big dog, for always rocking with us and making your way.
Yeah, now we,
I said, I don't know if you realize, but recently I was like, you know what, man, I gotta start looking out for my guy, man. He make it to everything. Let me make sure I do the best I can to take care of him.
teamwork makes the dream work, and I definitely believe in what y'all are doing and whatever I can do to help.
Yeah. Hey, real quick,
Yeah.
somebody said there's another weigh-in tomorrow. Shawn, surely you don't support this. Quite the contrary, sir. I do support this. Furthermore, I think everyone should be weighing in the next day. I think if there was a second day weigh-in, I think that this is what you need to understand that makes the sport safer. How does it make the sport safer? You got guys in weight classes, and they're fighting probably 2 weight classes away from where they should be. So number one, those guys are sucking themselves down to get into this weight class so that they can have an advantage on fight night. Number one, they'll be safer because they'll be more hydrated. The brain has more water in it, or the skull has more water in it, things like that. It will make those guys healthier when they get into the ring. The other side of that is, too, yeah, of course, it protects the fighters that are smaller. You know what I mean? Some of those guys that get in the ring against these big juggernauts on fight night because they're fighting where they should be fighting is just I personally think it would make the sport safer, and that's why I believe in it. With this one, no, it ain't really about safety. It's about who's gonna have the best advantage on fight night. It's a part of it. I think these negotiations go down more often than you guys know, and it's just because of the level that this fight is at, the small intricacies that go into a lot of contracts. With this one, everything was exposed, and of course, you get the argument from one side, and you get the pushback from the other side. And I like the way Leonard said it yesterday. He looked at Oscar. He said, "Hey, you know what the A side is." He said, "You know what it's like over here." I said, "Oh yeah, you do, Oscar. You know what it is." So this is the part of the game that you guys don't get to see often enough. Um,
That's how you got your first belt, right? On the IBF, you got to do the second day weigh-in.
yeah,
You know.
the IBF sanction, they have a required second day 10-pound weigh-in, 10-pound limit weigh-in, and even that's negotiated in terms of what time we gonna weigh in tomorrow. And I've been in a position where you show up at the fight, or you show up at the weigh-in, and the team get together and say, yeah, let's do the weigh in at 8. Let's do the let's do the weigh in at 9. Let's do the weigh in at 7. You know what I mean? It all depends on what they want to do. And then you have a case where they probably have already negotiated what time they're going to weigh in on the next day. You know what I mean? So it all depends. And, I think that's something that the sport really should tighten up on. I think everyone should be weighing in on the next day. And cause Ann ain't here, I'm gonna do him. Let us know in the comments what y'all feel about the next day weigh-ins.
Who do y'all think is the weight bully?
I think it's clear. I don't know how heavy Gervonta gets like the day of the fight, but I know when it's time to live life, I've seen my man quite thick, you know what I mean, and heavy, and not even like heavy with fat. Like he's a smaller, compact, muscle bound tank. You know what I mean? So yeah, he's gonna fill in on fight night. I think he's gonna be upward to 140. I don't think people expect that, but on fight night he probably gonna be 140. I don't know if he's gonna get any heavier than that. Garcia, I don't even know what the next day weigh-in that limit is, but
146 got to be. Right?
146. He's gonna come in. He'll fight night. He'll probably be 148, 150. You know what I mean? It just kind of is what it is. We get back to where we came from, So, what y'all think about the next day weigh-in? You say Carson's so aggressive. What Carson talking about? Why you not there? I don't know what that means, Carson. Good question, Carson. Who wins Game 3, Cavs or Knicks? Who are you? Because you from New York. You a Knicks fan?
For the Knicks pull it out.
Cavs in 5. I think Zittel said Cavs in 5. I think is what he said too. So I got Cavs in 5.
It's tied up right now, right? 1-1.
Yeah, yep. It's tied up. Luna. I did not hear Ruiz versus Fury in July. I just did an interview yesterday with some guys from the UK, and they said Fury Usyk. Of course, there still talks of that. I told them, I said, yo, I'm not answering any Fury Usyk questions until that fight is made. And of course, we all been hearing about this big and getting it on, and I'm here in June for that. So we'll see. But let's see if Haha coming over now. No, he saw an old buddy. He saw an old buddy. I think he knew the podcast was going. Do you think the fighters actually already weighed in, and this later weigh-in is a ceremonial? X, I do. This is 100%. That 3 p.m. weigh-in is a ceremonial weigh-in. But here is a true story. When I turned pro in Mississippi, we were weighing in at 6 p.m. Our weigh-ins wouldn't start till 6 p.m. And so we had to hold our weight the entire day. And that was because everybody in the South had their day job, and they had to go to work and then come to the weigh-in after work. So there are cases where guys do weigh in late, but this is not the case. Zittel said calves and 6. You are right, Carson. Tank is a fraud in boxing. I don't agree with that, Damon. He ain't who people think he is. I don't believe that. And Ryan will expose him. And come back to my comment and point me out. Remember me. Yeah, Damon, I really don't think Tank is a fraud. I think Tank is the real deal. I don't think either fighter funny. I don't think neither fighter exposes the other. They just expose themselves. And what I mean by that is I think we're going to see just how good of a boxer both fighters are. I think both fighters are counterpunchers by nature, so we're going to get to see them do some things a little differently than they've done in the past. I think they actually have to expose how good they are in order to beat the other. So there's that. TJ the fan, Shauna had you edging Spence by a round. I salute that. My wife, she will not let go of that. She said, yo, you beat Spence, and I can't wait till one day I see him. I'm going to tell him my husband beat you. So I appreciate that, man. Nonetheless, man, it was a great fight and a great night, man, that I'm super elated to be a part of. That's for sure.
What was your most memorable fight?
Oh, man. I think that fight right there, that one in Spence and Thurman. As soon as those fights were over, it was like I don't know, man.
You got a few classics in your your catalog.
I feel like my career went the way it was supposed to go. That's for sure.
Every now and then I look at you like you're crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
T-word. The public weigh-in is at 3 p.m. I got a feeling these guys is good. They've already weighed in. And I know you guys have been seeing that fighters are weighing in now earlier than ever, where these guys are getting on the scale at like 10 o'clock in the morning, and don't nobody know about it. I feel comfortable talking about it now because I know that enough people have started seeing this that I feel like it's we all know y'all done already got on the scale, and this is just for show. So I think the more important question is what happens at the weigh-in.
I mean, it got spicy yesterday. I think it's going to get a little spicier.
I thought it was going to get physical yesterday. I thought there was going to be. You don't think?
I don't think physical.
Yeah.
I don't think not with the main event.
Tank has had this way of just kind of getting away with shit, like pushing guys, elbowing, all this like little.
Ryan been keeping up though.
Yeah.
Ryan's been holding his own. It's kind of even so far on the press conference.
You think it's even?
It's kind of even. I think Tank got New York. I think Ryan got LA. And yesterday I think it was kind of even.
Yesterday was even. Yeah. Neither one of them really chirped as much as I expected.
It was more, Leonard and Oscar.
And Tank kind of getting to that point. He like, yo, the talking's over.
Mm-hmm.
And I like what Tank keeps saying. He gonna feel me.
Yeah, that's how I see the fight going. Like, if Ryan's able to push Tank back, or if Tank's fighting off the back foot, I think Ryan's gonna look like he's in the fight.
Yeah.
But if Tank start pushing him back. I don't like it. I don't like it for Ryan.
It said neither man is a fraud. I think this is a 50-50 fight, but Tank's experience and power will prove the difference here. Don't sleep on Ryan. You don't get there by being a chump. No, you don't. And we've seen guys get there different ways. I definitely had the hard route, and I've seen a lot of other fighters had a hard route, and I've seen some easy routes too. Keep it real with y'all. I don't think either of these fighters had the easy route for the sake of words, but obviously we know the experience that both these fighters have, and I think that here's what I really like the experience that Tank has had with Mario Barrios. I think it's plain as day. You can see it right there if you're really paying attention that he was hesitant the first probably two rounds, like true hesitance because of the size that he saw in Mario Barrios, So that's what experience is for. When you get in the ring with a guy now, Ryan, who's bigger than you, you've seen that. You know how to operate now, and it's not this eyes wide open kind of experience that he had before, So I like the fact that Tank has had that experience. And then you look at the other side and say, yo, Ryan has never experienced anybody like Tank. I don't know.
And
no, he hasn't. But
looking back
but
at Ryan's past too, he really doesn't have that many rounds professionally because he had so many 1-round knockouts, 2-round knockouts. I think he's only been 12 once. So it's a big difference. Tank definitely got a lot more rounds in.
Yeah.
I think from what I've seen, a lot of boxers kind of mature, around Tank's age, 28.
Yep.
Between 30. Where, the IQ is there.
Let me dap you on that because you just hit a point I didn't even consider. So, because when you're talking about, and everybody says these fighters are in their prime, one fighter is like pretty much approaching his prime, and the other fighter truly is.
Yeah, I think
in his prime.
Athletically, yes, they are. But mentally, I think Tank is.
That's the part that people don't really consider or realize about being in your prime. You can be physically peaked, but not mentally peaked. Mentally affects your emotion, and how does that equate to the fight? There's going to be a point in that fight where you bleed. You've never bled before. A point in that fight where you got punched and you felt that a little bit more than you never had before. Yeah. A point in the fight where you're breathing a little harder than you've had to breathe before. And it's like when you've had that experience and when you are emotionally and mentally mature, you know how to calm yourself down in the midst of that battle. You know what I mean?
Even like Tank hurting his hand against Isaac Cruz.
Yeah.
That's a lot of adversity.
There's another experience right there. Another experience right there.
It's tough, man. It's tough.
G-Stacks, Ryan needs to work off the jab. I agree. And make the fight boring. Only counter Davis shots and not overcommit and keep that chin tucked. The chin ain't going to be tucked. But I like my explanation for the chin. Ryan is a 5'8", 5'9", kid, like young man, and Tank is a 5'5", 5'6", and Tank is not the kind of fighter that's gonna leap and explode and get to you. Tank is gonna hunt you down, and so with Ryan having his chin in the air after throwing punches, just gets him out of the way of those counters. And Tank with the shorter arms, he's gonna have to do some reaching to get some of those counters off. So I agree. I think that Ryan should be using that jab. I think Ryan should be using that jab extremely often. And I think Ryan needs to be working some combinations and keeping his punch output up. Cool, you got the speed, but keep that punch output up. And don't allow him.
Switch up the pace on those punches, too.
Switch up the pace.
A lot of times he throws everything hard and fast.
You trying to replace somebody?
I mean, I've seen a few things.
Yeah, you trying to replace somebody? What you think? You committed today. My other two ain't committed.
I've seen a few things.
Yeah. No, you're right, though. Switch up the pace. And the other side of that is don't become predictable. How do you not become predictable? Have some true points in this fight. It should be in your game plan where I want to throw combinations. And then I want to be the counter puncher. And then for some reason, I want to put the earmuffs on and push Tank back. You know what I mean? That's how you change up the pace of the fight.
Especially with that having that size advantage,
Exactly. And you keep
it'll
a fighter
play.
that likes to find your pace
Mm-hmm.
and dictate what he does off of what you're doing, that you keep switching up like that. And that keeps you safe. And that forces Tank to do some things that either one, he doesn't want to do, or two, it will create a sense of urgency that Tank may not especially want to have at certain points in the fight, especially when you get to rounds 6, 7, where I really think this fight really heats up around round 4, round round 3.5. I hate making
Like I said,
predictions, but yeah, I think three
once
and a half is
once
when it starts going.
once Tank starts looking to push him back, I think that's when it's going to turn up.
Yeah,
You know,
I think that's the point everybody waiting on. We waiting on
when he
Tank to just kind of
throw those earmuffs on and
yeah. I think we
just
all
turns
waiting
into
on that.
Jason.
Yeah,
Don't let Tank in your kitchen.
I think we all waiting on that. We got Haha. He's probably gonna come to us after he finishes with Bebe, and then we'll probably get Bernard after that, and we're gonna get it cracking in here in a minute.
I think Ryan got to have his feint game up too.
That was told to me, and I held on to this one. That's a lost art in boxing. Nobody faints anymore.
You know, Tank is going to do a lot of feinting and posturing.
Yeah, he do a lot of feinting and posturing, but his feinting is a little different. You know what I mean? He's a little bit more smoother with his, but legitimate feints. Ryan does do that with that hand, that jab hand, and he flashes the jab hand. Get that one out sometimes, and then start with the flashing and the feints as well. And let me answer this about the feints. When somebody feint and the other guy jump, so what?
It's not a problem.
Guess what?
But I hope
It's not a problem when you jump, but everybody gets that misconstrued like he's fearful. No, I'm not fearful. I'm
alert.
I'm alert, and my reflexes is ready. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think the feints.
But it's also a good way, for the other fighter to get used to how you're going to react to that move. If you're pulling that jab and
yeah,
you can kind of dictate and
off
make
of that.
them do things that they don't want to do.
Exactly. Yep.
And that's the other side of it for Ryan, because like even with that, when he got dropped by Luke Campbell, Luke was kind of going to the body and brought it up top, and Ryan just threw both arms out.
Well, and this is what I said about that punch that dropped Ryan. He wasn't. Don't judge me. He wasn't ready. Excuse me. So it's not that he wasn't ready, caught off guard. He wasn't tight and ready because he didn't know Luke could explode like that. He didn't know Luke had that kind of punch, for the sake of words. He's gonna be ready for Tank. We know Tank can explode. We know Tank got power. So the whole body is gonna be ready all night. So he just was loose
I've
there
seen
in that
with,
moment.
Where some boxers, you get hit with a punch, especially first round, second round, and you're not able to take it. But later on, you get hit with that same punch, and you're just
take a look
sturdy.
at the one punch I got hit with against Adrian Bronner, and all the punches I got hit with against Earl Spence. And the one punch that put me down. I was ready for everything Errol had, but 12th round of a fight that I'm clearly sweeping, I wasn't ready for that shot. You know what I mean? So that's pretty much what I'm alluding to. I'm not saying, he was asleep. He just was sleeping on the fact that this kid can throw it a little bit,
Yeah.
But everybody pulls on that and says, if he couldn't stand up to that, he can't stand up to nothing. Tank gonna land on him. Well, he's gonna be ready for what Tank's bringing. In that moment, he wasn't ready. He got up and he handled the job. You know what I mean? And that was kind of a wake up call for him. And when you talk about who's got more experience, that one experience and having that one moment and having to overcome a little bit right there over the course of like 2 more rounds was very beneficial for a young man that doesn't have as much experience with elite fighters the way that Tank does,
Yeah, because on the other side of that, if Tank gets hit and gets hurt, how does he deal?
We ain't seen Tank get hurt.
Exactly.
We ain't seen Tank get hurt. I do want to take a moment to again point out the interview that I did with Tank is live on YouTube right now. Go to the Zone on YouTube and you'll see that interview. Also, if you go to my Twitter, it's posted up on the Twitter. Follow me on Twitter, Showtime Sean P. But the reason why I'm pointing that out is because we talked a lot about where he's from. So again, you talk about in-ring experience and then you talk about out-ring experience. All the shit that boy done been through, it shows up. And y'all don't realize how many times you've seen Baltimore show up in the ring on fight night. Only Tank knows, but there's certain moments where
he gets mean.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And it's because of where he's from.
He's definitely spoken to that in a lot of these interviews, especially even like face-to-face with Ryan, where it's like, you
don't know where I'm from.
You don't know what I've been through.
You don't get it. You know? Yeah, you don't get it.
I mean, everybody got a story, but, Tank can only imagine what he's been through. And, he definitely shows that in the ring. I mean, look at, you look at the picture behind us. He's a lot of mean intentions.
Yeah. Man, he is good. Right, he is good. I will be on the Zone tomorrow. I'll be on the Zone live from 4 to 5 o'clock, doing the show with Ak and Barack and Ale. I think I said his name right. If I didn't, don't kill me, bruh. All Day. That's his name. All Day. Is it All Day? You don't know? Who? Oh, the food. Man, I ain't eating right now, man. They gon' clown me.
Can't even chew gum,
Great question. What are Tank's weaknesses? Senses said, what are Tank's weaknesses? What are Tank's weaknesses that I can see?
If anything, I would say his activity. He could throw some more punches. Start a little faster.
I'm not mad at you. Mm-hmm. But then you take a look at Floyd. Floyd mastered his pace. Mm-hmm. And furthermore, no one got him off of his pace. But furthermore, he was so great at dictating his pace and dictating who he was going to be on fight night that nobody could get him away from it, Mm-hmm. And I think it's a lot the same with Tank. I think Tank he's mastering his pace. I think we can say Floyd mastered it through all of the body work that he's had. Tank still has some work to do before we can say, he's mastered who he is in the ring, you know. But he damn good at it. He damn good at it. What are his weaknesses? He's a counterpuncher by nature, but he's an explosive counterpuncher. Most southpaws are counterpunchers, just kind of who they are. But he's also good on the front foot. He can come after you and dig, body head combination punch. I mean, what are his weaknesses? Would it be his defense? You know what I'm saying? Like, would it be moving his head?
He does it though. It's not like he's irresponsible. But
I'm not trying to say
if you can't get hit, you can't get hurt. So.
I'm not trying to say he's a spotless boxer. We've seen him get hit, But when you talk about a weakness, like what is a true deficiency that this young man has, I don't see any true deficiencies in Tank's game.
And speaking to the defense, I think the times that he's getting hit, look at the people he's letting hit him.
Yeah.
He let Leo touch him up, but we know Leo was a smaller guy, if your power doesn't hurt Tank, he doesn't mind taking some punches.
Yeah.
And that's where that Baltimore comes out.
He was out hustling Tank, and we knew what that fight was going to look like. I think most of us knew exactly how the fight was going to look from beginning to end, or it went a lot the way that most of us thought it could go. I don't think Ryan is that kind of boxer that can run combinations the way that Leo can. and he's not willing to really stand in there the way that Leo was willing to stand in there, which obviously cost Leo. Let's talk about Ryan's deficiencies or weaknesses.
I see his feet. That's what concerns me the most in this fight.
Yeah.
Is his feet.
Yeah.
Because like I said, if Tank starts pushing him back, I never really seen Ryan fight willingly off the back foot.
Yeah.
And even his open workout, his feet just looked a little slow.
Yeah.
He's a little too planted.
So Ryan's a counterpuncher by nature too, which I personally find very intriguing about this fight because one guy's going to have to lead off. I think we expect Ryan to be the guy leading off. We've seen him come out, flash the jab, throw the jab, things like that. But when it comes down to it, he's basically, I don't know if y'all realize this, but he's basically going to be flashing that jab, waiting on the counter so that he can counter the counter. So that's really good. But I agree. He's not shifty with his feet. And you have to be shifty against a guy like Tank because Tank can be off the back foot and come back and be on the front foot. You know what I mean? So you have to be shifty, pivot, left, right, things like that. And that's not really Ryan's game. I like that. The weakness, the deficiency in his game being the feet. I know everybody talk about his defense and his chin is in the air and things like that. Those are small things that if the right guy can't get to it, then it just means nothing. You know what I mean?
It's similar to Deontay Wilder, where he can get away with a lot that another fighter can't. So, everybody isn't going to be a perfect fighter, technique-wise, fundamental-wise. And I think Ryan, his skills, his speed, his power, gets him away with doing some of those things.
I want to go back to this real quick to Turbo. He said, should a fighter really go up in weight if they need a rehydration clause? And should we praise fighters more when they go up and fight without the extra nonsense, i.e. Canelo? The second, and should we praise fighters
Canelo
more?
had to catch weight. Canelo had his own weight for some years, 155. So,
yeah.
Can't agree with all that.
I'm not saying that fighters need to go up because of a rehydration clause. I think that a hydration clause should already be put in place. Y'all don't realize how many fighters are literally dehydrated getting into the ring on fight night, and is masked by their great performances. And that's what I'm talking about when I say make the sport safer, make things better for these fighters. If you have a fighter fighting in the right weight class and they're able to hydrate, you'll get better camps, you'll get better results, you'll get better performances. I promise you, you will get better results, better camps, and better performances from these fighters. And I don't think it's something that's going to change. I don't think that because I'm saying, hey, these fighters need to be fighting in the right weights. There's fighters that are fighting at 140 that should be fighting at 47. There's fighters fighting at 47 that should be fighting at 54.
And it's tough too because you, as a prize fighter, you want to be in the right weight class at the right time.
Look at it. We talk about the Fabulous Four with Marvin Hagler. Y'all know the list, and all those guys had a day of weigh-in. We don't know where those fighters would be fighting at if they had a day before weigh-in. So now you have a lot of welterweight has been stacked now for a few years, and now some of these weight classes are starting to get stacked, but weight classes haven't been stacked in a long time. But these fighters are starting to kind of get where they need to be. And look at Ryan. He moved up to 140. Say, yo, I'm not gonna kill myself to make 135 just because of a belt, So that's what fighters need to be doing more of. They need to be fighting in the right weight classes and putting on big performances and big events, and not so much worrying about those belts. The belts, you can't eat them, You can sell them, but I don't want to sell something I already paid for,
I know. I seen somebody tweet today saying, "I know that the sanctioning bodies are mad. They don't have no cut-in on this fight."
Huh?
That the sanctioning bodies are mad because they don't have no cut-in on this fight.
Yeah. Ain't nobody here. Ain't nobody here, and everybody should be here for this one. But ain't nobody here. I mean, y'all heard Five Stack yesterday. He said, he said, uh, he said, he said he got about 15, 16 guys from the NBA. He not gonna be here. Steph, and that's how it's supposed to be across the board. All the rappers supposed to be here. All the musicians is supposed to be here for this one. All the actors
the
supposed to be here for this one.
Way different.
Now, how are everyone here and then sanctioning bodies on around? How is that possible?
If you matter, the belts don't matter.
Yeah. How is that possible? If I matter, the belt don't matter.
Tank doesn't need a belt. I don't think anybody's coming to a Tank fight saying,
think about that, y'all.
For whatever championship.
Truly, think about that. Like, I'm not trying to start a revolution or nothing like that, but think about it. Just think about it, y'all. And I know, and I'm not gonna be the one to give y'all all the ins and outs as it pertains to the sanctions and things like that. But trust and believe, I'm not missing no belt on Saturday night. I'm not missing no. I'm not missing no 2 and 3 belts in the ring on Saturday night. Because guess what? They take the belts out the ring, and then the fighters get in there and do what they got to do.
It's about the people.
Yeah.
You know, the people love Tank. People love Ryan.
And no disrespect to Devin. And I'm proud of Devin being the undisputed champion at 135. And I hope he gets the winner. And I hope he gets everything he's supposed to get. You know what I mean? I hope I think that the fight with Loma is gonna be great. But at the end of the day, I hope everybody start coming to your fights because of who you are and not because of the belts you toting around. You know what I'm saying?
This is entertainment.
I was about to call his name. I ain't gonna do that. Hey, ha. Yo, she got you? She got you? So you following her? She'll make her way around. All right, yeah. Come on. Huh? No. Come on real quick. Come on. Andre's Hell. The WWE lover. All things.
All things.
Man.
Combat. Everything's pro wrestling, man. You know how it goes.
What's the name of the show?
Which one?
The show did you do with
Kel?
With Kel, yeah.
The Corner Podcast.
The Corner Podcast, excuse me. What else you got going? I know you still working with Sporting News.
Yeah, still working with Sport News. The Corner Podcast. Obviously, me and Big E with the Our Heroes Rock thing. We're getting ready to drop the cartoon that Schoolhouse Rock meets civil rights activism and hip hop. You know, with Rhapsody that comes out this summer.
I needed that this year.
It's happening.
Man, I needed that this year.
Yeah.
My wife woke up with it. What she said, yo, it's Black History Month. Let's start teaching our boys about Black History Month. And I said, oh, I got the greatest idea.
Hey.
Let me check up on it. And it wasn't ready.
Yeah, we still working, man.
Yeah.
Animation is hard.
I know, yeah.
Animation is hard.
Yeah.
And we got Rhapsody, you know.
Nice.
Walked you out for your final
Yes,
fight.
sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes,
So we're
sir.
doing that. I just came back from Atlanta, did the Black Sports Business Symposium. So I hosted a panel on African Americans in pro wrestling.
Come on.
I'm trying to be like you.
No, you're not.
You got 30 jobs, man. You're like the mercenary of boxing commentary.
That's because I was watching you. I said, oh, yeah, it doesn't stop. When you go home, it doesn't stop. So find something else to do.
You know, and you know you've been giving me hell for not popping up on the podcast.
That's why I just had you. I just wanted you to come over real quick.
That's what happens when you have kids,
You're
man.
You're busy, bruh.
Hey, and my 1-year-old don't sleep. I've been up since 3 in the morning.
That's crazy. What's wrong with him?
He broken. I can't fix him, man.
You can't send him back?
Nah, man, I can't return him to the factory. I'm just here, and I'm, thriving off this fight week energy.
This is a great fight week.
This feels big, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you've been involved in some big fights. But
You
can
knew
feel
what this was going to be, though.
We did, but, talking to Leonard Ellaby earlier this week, we were talking about the difference between a fight and an event. And this is the fight where people come to be seen.
Yeah.
They ain't even trying to see the fight. They're just trying to be seen at the fight.
Yeah.
The celebrity list is crazy. I talked to Dame Lillard yesterday. He's flying in today. So I'm like, he knows his boxing.
Yeah.
LeBron wanted to come, but he got a playoff game.
Yeah. This is what I hate. I hate that boxing waits for you to get there to start doing events.
Right.
I think boxing should spend the money. To me, and I just think that it's worth it to spend the money. Eventually, you're gonna get it back, and it's that patience game, and that's what people don't really understand. Like, we have a special case where Garcia and Davis made it to the same place at the exact same time,
Right.
with everything.
Yep.
Usually, you got another fighter, and I'll just as an example, you got Errol Spence way up here.
Yep.
And has achieved everything, and then you got Boots Ennis, but Boots Ennis, talent wise, is here.
We know this.
But then let's do this. He don't got the experience.
Right.
He don't got the notoriety. He don't got the fan, and he don't make that kind of money. And all of a sudden, we can't make this fight happen.
No,
because of all these things. Y'all want it, but because of all these things, these guys happen to get there at the exact same time.
It's crazy. I mean, Shawn, I want to get your thoughts, man. All week we heard about that purse bid. Winner take all.
Oh, yeah.
When you hear stuff, listen, man, you know how unpredictable boxing can be. A lot of people thought you beat Errol that night.
Yeah.
You leave it in the hands of the judge, you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
When I talked to Ryan, Ryan basically said, I had to pull out because you don't know what's going to happen on fight night. I could get hurt.
Yeah.
I could twist my ankle and I lose by DQ or TKO, and now I'm $9-10 million gone.
Yeah. This is how I answered that, and I ain't never had nobody come after me like that, and I would have been plain and simple with anybody, and this is just how I feel about it. I beat you. Go ahead, take your money. Everybody saw me kick your ass.
Right.
I don't need your money.
It's a lot of money.
I beat you. Yeah.
Bro, you're not even taking his money. You're taking the team's money, the family's money.
Yeah.
Everybody that worked for you took all their money.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a lot. That's a lot to do.
Huh? Yeah, whenever he's ready. Yep. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
You want to interview Bernard with me?
Sure, why not?
Yeah. What you doing today?
Man, I'm doing interview.
What are you doing here today? Are you working? You working everything today? Are you working sporting news?
I'm working sporting news today. I'm doing a little bit of everything. I had to catch up with Oscar and figure out his fashion sense. My man got the leather pants on today. Had the blue kimono.
My man had the
suit.
double-breasted, but it was more so triple-breasted. You asked him about it? For real?
I haven't asked him about it yet.
Okay.
Today is
are you
happening.
gonna? Okay.
Oh, it's happening.
When he seen him walk in, I was commenting on it before we went live, and I was thinking to myself, like, are you going to say something? I'll say something if you do.
I can't help myself, man. Them leather pants is.
I didn't even, from over here, I couldn't tell they was leather, but
Bro.
I was just like, yo, you ain't Michael Jackson. What you doing?
Nah, man.
Some people are allowed to do certain things.
Oscar's turned up, man. He was turned up at the press conference yesterday. He's on fire.
He was.
He's hot. He red ass.
I thought he should have kept going.
Yeah.
He should have just kept going. You opened up the can, keep going.
Yeah.
It's like he went up and it was like, I said my piece. Well, your piece was like opening it up.
Right, and then you let Leonard come back.
Should have sat right there and told him, hey, said it all back, but it wasn't written down. He said,
you saw that, right?
he said what was written down. That this is what I was
like,
prepared for.
Yeah, the best fight the best. And
Yeah.
Why do you need I said, damn, Oscar, you ain't have to write that down.
Yeah.
You got to go to WWE, get a pro wrestling promo. You got to learn from the best, man. You got to cut a promo. You don't need that stuff written down.
How is it that people are okay with the WWE being like everybody knows the stories within it and everybody's like sharing in these stories? When I was watching wrestling, it was like we still were talking about whether or not it was real or fake.
Right.
And it's like now I came back into it and everybody knows the storylines and all that. Like, how is it all acceptable now?
I mean, because it's art, right? Like, it's violent art. These men and women put their bodies on the lines.
Yeah.
It's just like watching a Marvel movie. Like, it's fake. However, you're invested in the storylines.
Yeah.
And, some of these guys do these crazy moves. They hurt themselves. They legitimately hurt themselves. Obviously, you know what happened to E last year when he broke his neck.
Yeah.
Routine move, breaks his neck. It happens. But
yeah.
it's my soap opera, man. It's what I grew up on. And
oh, wow.
I say it all the time. Everything.
I like that.
Everything is pro wrestling.
I like that.
Everything. Like, the best walkouts in boxing feel like pro wrestling.
Yeah.
The trash talking feels like pro wrestling.
Yeah.
Like, when you have that element, it makes it a lot more entertaining. And, that's kind of what Oscar tried yesterday. But,
I don't like what you're doing right now, man.
What?
I try to tell everybody that everything is boxing.
Nah,
and you
man.
telling everybody everything is wrestling.
Everything is wrestling.
Really?
Think about it. Muhammad Ali, where did he get his thing from?
I don't
Gorgeous
remember.
George. Gorgeous George, a
I
pro
don't
wrestler.
remember.
His trash talk came from Gorgeous
I don't
George.
remember.
You conveniently trying to forget.
Why are you doing this right now?
I'm just telling you the real, man. There's a reason why that the WWE is this multi-billion-dollar business.
Do the wrestlers want to box?
No.
They don't.
They don't want to get punched in the face for real, for real.
Ooh.
They tried that one time. They did the Brawl for All back in like 1996. They had Butterbean.
Uh-huh.
You remember Butterbean, right?
Yeah.
So they had the wrestlers like, oh, the tough guys, you can fight Butterbean.
Yeah.
And this dude Bart Gunn ended up fighting Butterbean, and Butterbean knocked him out for real and ended his wrestling career.
What did Butterbean have on?
I think they had on 8s.
Uh-huh. Oh.
I mean,
Like some legit 8s,
yeah.
though.
Yeah.
Oh.
And smoked him, and
Yeah.
we ain't heard from Bart Gunn since. He couldn't wrestle, nothing, concussed out.
The MMA fighters want to box.
Well, they want the boxing money.
You think they want it's just the money?
No, I mean, I think they can beat some of y'all, which is crazy because obviously spacing, everything's different in MMA. But they want that money because, I mean, a lot of those guys are fighting for like 30 to show and 30 to win. Like, that's crazy.
The YouTubers want to box.
Let them. I mean, fighting's universal language. Everybody, think about it. When we go out, if we were right now, like there was
say it again. Say boxing's the universal language. Say that like that.
fighting is universal.
No.
No, here's why. Here's why. Because there's nuance in boxing, right? Like the X's and O's of boxing, the casual fan don't care about.
Yeah.
The worst fights are the best fights.
Yeah.
Think about that.
In boxing?
Yeah. For people,
I see what you're saying.
See what I'm saying? Like the sloppy slugfest. That's why people didn't like Floyd.
Yeah.
Floyd was like, he don't want to get hit. No, of course he don't want to get hit.
Yeah.
But it's a universal language. People like fights. If two people are fighting over there,
I never heard that one. The worst fights are the best fights.
It's true. But if two people fight over there and there's some dudes playing basketball or soccer or whatever, you go into the fight.
If this shit becomes some art and these guys is really like tagging one by one, making each other miss and slip and stuff like that.
That's beautiful. That's the stuff.
But it becomes the worst fight ever.
That's exactly. When Floyd fought Shane hit him twice in the second round with that right hand. He ain't hit him with that right hand for the rest of the fight. He shut him down.
Yeah.
And I heard people was like, that fight was boring.
Yeah.
I thought it was brilliant.
Yeah.
But we love boxing.
Yeah.
Obviously, you did this for a living.
Yeah.
You understand the art of this. But
did you peep the boots?
Wait, hold on.
Did you peep the boot?
Oh. Is that lace? Is Oscar got on lace? Is that see-through?
No, stop. No,
Come on, man. It is. Oscar got on lace and leather. It's your man. Come on, man. It's lace and leather.
What
with
do you
some
say?
boots.
What do you say? What do you say? I can't take the bait. I can't.
Yeah, you can. Come on.
Because Bernard is the best.
Bernard fresh.
And you would think that Bernard would say, hey, I brought a fit for you for tonight.
I think Oscar taking fashion. Nah, man. Oscar doing his own thing. We lucky he got a shirt on. He been showing his abs on IG like every week.
Yeah, I saw it one time. And he's still doing that? I saw it like months ago.
He don't stop, man. Oscar got these abs. I don't know where he got them from. But
you got to vent that out on Oscar?
Nah, man, I like Oscar, but we can't act like it's not funny.
Yeah.
Like we can't. Oscar is what Oscar is, but
I don't know. I think, and we'll keep it at this. I think you're allowed to do some things I'm not allowed to do.
Yeah, man.
You're
I'm on
allowed
the other
to
side
say some
of this
things
game.
I'm not allowed to say.
I've been writing and covering the sport for a while, and some of them don't like it. But Oscar's a tremendous fighter. He's good at what he does, but fashion ain't the bag.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
No, is Bernard coming?
Yeah. You more than welcome to help.
Yeah, I'll stay.
Hang out with us for a second, but until you got something that you need to do. But are there any fighters that don't like you?
I don't know. If they do, they haven't told me. Nah. Because, I respect them all, man.
Yeah.
I respect all of y'all.
Yeah.
This is what y'all do.
But ain't none of the fighters.
Nah, ain't nobody ever said nothing crazy.
No, I'm saying, like, ain't none of the fighters doing that. You know what I mean? Yeah.
It's nothing. I mean, again, we know reporters that fighters hate, and we know fighters that are hated by reporters that have vendettas out for them.
Yeah.
That don't make any sense to me. Cover the sport.
Yeah.
Cover the sport. Be critical, but be respectful. And a lot of cats just ain't respectful of the game at all. You see it. Like, people write terrible things about fighters. Don't know nothing about them.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Even this, like, Ryan Garcia, we watched Ryan Garcia fight for years, and people still want to call him, like, not a real fighter. I've seen columns like, how do you write that?
Mm-hmm.
Kid can fight.
The kid can fight.
And I say kid because he's 24. They keep talking about, him and Javon. No, Javon just got 5 years on Ryan.
Yeah.
5.
Yeah, he said I asked Tank. He said he never knew Ryan until turned pro and started making noise and things like that.
Ryan can fight. I hate when people try to take that away from Ryan. Ryan can fight. Devin can fight.
Yeah.
This next wave, these kids can fight.
Yeah.
putting hands. David Benavidez ain't even 30 yet. People forget.
Yeah. How old is David?
David is 26.
6.
He just got past 20. He's 26
Wow.
now. Putting hands on people.
Wow.
He could fight.
What did you think about that fight real quick?
It went how I thought it was going to go.
Exactly how you thought it was going to
Yeah.
go? Yeah.
I think Caleb was an excellent, excellent fighter, but it reminded me of Margarito Cotto. Forget the load of gloves, but the way that Cotto boxed beautifully. But it's that pressure, and it just doesn't go away.
Yeah.
David, he suffocates his opponents.
Yeah.
I think he's a tough out for Canelo.
I do too.
Like a lot of people say, oh, well, Canelo, Canelo don't throw enough.
He is clearly the number one guy at 168. He should be a face in boxing. I don't know what's the next. I think it could be up to him though. Like I think number one, you gotta want to be the face.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Then you gotta make some adjustments and do what it takes to be the face. But I mean, like he should be in here interviewing today. You know what I mean? He should
be everywhere.
He should be everywhere.
You know, when I talked to David the week before the fight, I told him, I was like, look, man, if you want those Cinco de Mayo Mexican Independence Day dates, you need to say that everywhere you go.
Yeah.
And you need to be everywhere putting pressure on the Canelo fight. Because that's the fight fans want to see.
But he's 26, which means it's probably supposed to start clicking like really soon.
Yeah.
You know, it didn't click for me until I was about 26, 27.
What was the fight that it clicked for you?
The fight that it clicked for me was Danny Garcia. Yeah. I did the video, that Macho Man Randy Savage video.
Yes, you did.
And after that, I was telling my wife about that the other day. True story. I came to the gym. I'll try to tell the story. I came to the gym. My dad said, "Did you see what Danny did?" I said, "No." He put out a post saying that you wasn't nothing. You an easy work or something like that. I was like, "Oh." So he said, "You need to do a post calling him out, saying you want to fight him." I'm like, all right. But, like, the way my dad came at me, like, he called me, "Hey, where you at?" I'm like, "I'm on my way to the gym."
Yeah, that's your pops.
Well, hurry up. I'm like, "What are you talking about?" Like,
that's your pops.
I'll be on time.
Right,
you know what I
right.
mean? But when I came in, he had this crazy energy, and it was like I didn't understand what he was talking about. And so my thing, before he leaves the gym, he said, "Hey, you want to do it?" I said, "No, Dad, I just finished working out. Like, let me get cleaned up." And all. He said, "You did it." I was like, all right, I'm going to do it. But my thing was, I didn't want to just do a video, "Hey, I want to fight you suck, and you a cherry picking." So in my mind, I was like, I had to do something different. I'm driving home, like 15 minutes home, and I got in my mind, that was one take.
See?
I got it in my mind, I did it, and it was one take. And at that moment, it was like, this is what you got to do.
But, Shawn, what was that, Shawn? Everything is what? Everything is pro wrestling, right?
No. Everything is entertaining. Everything is entertaining. You ain't allowed to interview with me no more. Get about here.
Come on, man.
Damn, you right.
I'm just saying, it's all part of entertainment.
Yeah.
People love to see it. But I remember that moment, and that was the moment because everybody was like, Shawn can fight, but he never say nothing back to these guys.
Yeah.
He give them hell in the ring, but outside you got to give them that same kind of hell.
Yep. And that's when it clicked for me. I guess we can probably, that was 2018.
Yep.
I was I can't do math, y'all. I was born in 87. Somebody tell me how old I was right there. Was I 31?
Yeah, you were 31.
31, yeah. So right there, 30, 31.
Some people get it later than others.
Yeah, and maybe before that, I started to talk a little bit in
when was you chasing
press
down
conferences
Keith
and
at
things
that?
Like
That was
the
Mandalay
same.
Bay.
Yeah.
I was
he
there.
said chasing down Keith.
Yo, Keith was like, damn, he keep coming back. Like, you was all over him. But it was great. It was great for content.
Yeah.
It was great for the media because they saw that you wanted that fight and you
Yep.
put pressure on Keith.
Yeah. I think that day I was putting pressure on the boxing world. That was the same day I ended up getting in the ring.
That's what I'm
calling out
saying.
Danny. Yeah.
Yo, it was like, what's up with Shawn, man? He upset. I was like, nah, he know what he doing. He putting pressure on everybody.
Making it work. I knew what I wanted. I wanted that WBC title.
But you know how it goes. Like, you got to put pressure on people because
Yeah.
what happens is the media, we put pressure on
Yeah.
fighters to get the fight made.
Yeah.
Oh, Keith don't want that smoke.
Yeah.
And then Keith goes, really? I do
Yeah.
want that smoke. And the funny thing is, a lot of us as writers, we know y'all all want the smoke, but we need something to write about. So if you saying something and Keith ain't doing nothing about it, we're going to have to say, hey, man, he's not taking the fight.
I'm going to just do this. Get his fit.
Yo.
I'm just going to turn it.
Oscar.
Oh, Oski.
You got to get it from, there you go. You got to go from the toes up. Look at that. He's got zippers.
So here's the thing. Eventually, he'll be on the show. I'm gonna be respectful. I am gonna talk to him about this outfit because
You can be respectful. Like,
yeah.
where did you get that?
No.
You ain't got to laugh at him. Oscar, tell me. That cat that does the fashion things on stage, you see him? The little dude, he does it with his cell phone. What you got?
Oh yeah.
That's respectful.
Yeah, I like that little hit that guy do.
He got a little energy.
Yeah.
And he make everybody feel good about what they have on, regardless of what they have on.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like, you have
yeah.
the same energy for Oscar. Oscar will appreciate it.
Yeah.
My man's got zippers.
But that's what Oscar is dealing with today. I got some holes in my pants.
But that's okay. But you don't have leather with the zippers and holes.
Yeah.
You're not doing that. And boots.
Yeah.
You don't have boots on, do you?
No.
Okay.
No.
You all right.
Got some dunks on.
I got some J's on. You know.
Yeah.
You know, here go Bernard.
Come on over here. What's up, sir? Yeah, man. You know
All
it.
right, what's happening, brother? How you doing? I like the jacket though.
He's smooth. Why wouldn't you say, "Hey, let's dress alike. Let's go to the fight like a team."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's how you get him to do what you like,
Yeah.
we'll just be a team, huh? No. Right here. Yeah. We don't need that. What's happening, sir? Hey, good to see you.
Everything good.
Yeah, you can throw these on if you want. We're getting a little bit closer.
Yeah, everything good.
Is
Good
it?
to be in this energy of, as they say, super fights, and I agree.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Yeah. Hey, as a promoter, and I mean like promoter with Golden Boy, because I know you did things for yourself, but as a promoter, and I know obviously you work with Canelo, but is this like as big as it gets right now for y'all?
Well, starting off at the top of the year,
Yeah.
coming off the last 2 years of really the world being basically reconstructed.
Sure.
Absolutely, this is a moment, I would say, in sports.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm biased. Boxing, it
Yeah.
brings us back in the light
Yeah.
of conversation amongst casual boxing fans. So when you look at a fight of this magnitude coming off of, COVID, coming off of really no big fights of this magnitude in the last, say, 2.5 years, correct?
Yeah.
I mean, would you agree?
Yeah.
Name one
Yeah.
big fight that happened that
Not at this magnitude.
bring this. Okay, so now to go through that and now reboot to go forward in the future, setting it up for 24,
Yes, sir.
25,
Yes.
and I'm talking 2000.
Yes, sir.
What better way to start off an infomercial of this magnitude
Yes, sir.
to say what's to come next for casual boxing
I
fans?
love it.
And now that the moment where people now are looking for anything, they'll watch two turtles racing and be sold out, let alone watch a super fight of this magnitude of two undefeated fighters that's young. Nobody has an advantage when it comes to age or is a gatekeeper. So this is one of those fights where smart money is coming in the last 24 hours. It's
Come on,
coming
now.
on Ryan.
Come
That's
on,
called
now.
smart money.
Yeah.
Because people are starting to realize and starting to understand no weaknesses, but they're starting to see like, hold up. It ain't just about power
Yeah.
that can win or lose this fight.
Right.
This is about now, what if? Is this the moment that we will see come tomorrow night that Ryan Garcia, who's been accused of being a YouTuber because we in a social media YouTuber
World now.
world,
Yeah.
that is not a bad thing. It's another marketing great thing. And this what separates, this to me, that separates my time, even Shawn Porter's time.
Yeah.
That is a different ball game now.
Yeah, facts.
It's a different way of marketing yourself. It's a different way of expressing yourself through the outlets that sits in 2023 that we live in now. And so now when you have a skill and you have credibility and now you have bodies,
Yeah.
not street bodies,
Yeah, yeah,
but
yeah.
you got bodies now under your resume
Yeah.
at this level starting tomorrow night.
Yeah.
How can you not
Yeah.
be the face of boxing? How can you not be the promoters of boxing? Because whoever become the face of boxing starts tomorrow.
Yeah.
And that springs on to who represent that entity
Right.
that brings light and credibility more to the promotional outlet, and everything else elevates from there.
But no, let me ask you this: has it been hard for you to accept Ryan being a social influence and say, hey, he's still focused? Like, have you ever looked at him like, hey, you focusing too much on that, or has it you just let him do what he do?
I let him do what he do.
Yeah.
I let him do what he got to do, because this is the part of being professional. You have to be able to multitask those things to be successful. You got to be
I'm
balanced.
arguing with somebody this morning. I don't want to say arguing, but I'm debating with a great friend of mine because they see Ryan at a table, roulette table, whatever, having some fun. Let the young man be a young man.
That's what he do.
And this is what I told, and this is because we're going back and forth about it. I said, guess what? I said, what I like to do when early in my career, I wanted to be alone. Don't come in my room. Don't talk to me. I don't want to see you until it's time to go to the arena. I said, later on in my career, I loosened up. I just wanted to be around my family and my friends. I wanted to smile. I wanted to laugh. I wanted to have fun.
It relaxes you.
If somebody,
it made you feel comfortable.
Once I got to that point, if you told me, no, we don't want them in the room, now I got a problem. Now you've taken me away from where I want to be. Mentally, you got me operating a little differently.
You know why that's like that? Shawn, you know why it's like that?
Because that's who we are.
Yes, but why people be the way they are?
Oh yeah.
Let me tell you why they like that. From my perspective.
Sure.
Because they are not comfortable or not aware of certain things that you are, and they feel that just because something that they cannot accomplish or they cannot handle or they cannot actually function the way that you're functioning, whether it's at the roulette table or here or there, they feel that because they won't be comfortable and will perceive to be something that they sort of can't handle or deal with, then they want to put that what they can't do on you. They want to make you feel like they should feel based on their opinion.
I got a different outlook on it.
But that's when you become victim of what people think.
Exactly.
Yep.
And
what you know.
That's more so what my outlook is. It's like, hey, you don't look at you're used to seeing somebody be alone to themselves, or you're used to somebody just being in a small circle.
Yep.
And that to you is a sign of being focused. I said, guess what? The young man just needs an escape.
Right.
I said, there's a lot going on. And I just he needs a moment to laugh and be a young man
be at the
and
bubble
enjoy
for a
his
minute.
life. Yeah.
Let the kid live.
And so
I mean,
let
coming
him.
out from the amateurs, going into the pro, the first 2 years of pro, you had to make those adjustments.
Yes.
You probably went right in your room and stayed in your room all day looking at the wall.
Yep.
And it worked at that moment. No, that was you. That helped you. And it's not a bad thing.
Yep.
But then you evolved in knowledge. You evolved in how you feel, what makes you feel comfortable and relaxed.
Yeah.
And then you say, oh, this is where it's supposed to be.
Yeah. And then I learned, and that's why I look at Ryan, and just because he's at the roulette table last night, I'm like, I don't give a damn. I'm happy to see him comfortable. I'm happy to see him living his life, understanding that, no, I know what I got to do on Saturday night, but right now, it ain't Saturday night. So why am I putting too much on me? Let me get let me get a little separation away from
And
me.
you send a message to what they might think of as distractions, but a relaxation.
Exactly. Ooh. And that's the whole point of why I brought that up right now. I asked Leonard Ellaby last night, or yesterday on the show, hey, who is Tank before a fight? Tank like to just, play games and be around his friends before the fight.
But that's his thing.
And I asked, is he doing that? Yeah. I said, cool. We get what we expect from both these fighters on fight night.
Be themselves. Be comfortable.
Nobody's being too tight. You know what I mean?
Calm before the what?
The storm.
But no, let me ask you this, because you've been in part of big fights. What's the difference between a fight and an event? This feels like an event, not just a fight.
The feeling.
What
The
gives
stage.
you the feeling?
I feel that this is a fight that normally doesn't happen.
Yeah.
And then when it does happen, it's really too late.
Yeah.
Right.
This is a fight where not just the setup of interviews and, I've been on all 3 of the press conference tours before, the fight came closer to being what it is now, the finish line. It has a lot to do with all the media, all the, the obligations that not only the promoter,
Right.
but also the fighters, and just the moment. You know a big fight. Everywhere you go, you see it. When you travel, or when you're at home, it's a buzz.
You can feel it.
It's a buzz. Who you think I'm gonna fight, man? You never asked me that. No, my wife, your wife, talking about the fight. That's when you know.
That's true.
That's when you know. And hold up. You probably got an uncle. I'm gonna speak for me. When you got an uncle who never asked you for anything, I just want to know if any tickets. You asked the wrong fight. Asked the one.
The wrong one.
You asked the wrong one. There's no tickets.
Yeah.
There's no credentials.
That's what I said.
Listen.
I was happy I got picked up out the zone to do some work because I was coming into this fight.
Let me ask you a question. I hope I answered your question. I know it was that
You
length.
did.
When you got an uncle that you know that don't even go to the fights, and he's asking for a ticket for a fight that you know that Brenagh Hopkins can't even get you a ticket because
Look.
guess what? The nosebleed is $5,000.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
My mother-in-law doesn't watch boxing, and she woke up this morning. She watched All Access, both of them. She watched, and then she come in. I came downstairs. I was like, "Yo, I gotta go work the fight." And she was like, "What you think?" Because I'm watching all these videos, and Ryan's quick. I ain't never seen nobody. And I'm like, "You don't even watch boxing, and you in? How much is the pay-per-view? You don't buy pay-per-views, but that's an event. That's an event. Everybody's talking about this. It's insane."
I want to get into X's and O's real quick, and then I'm going to let you get out of here. I know you got things to do, but describe Ryan's style. No. Here, real quick. Have you seen Ryan train for this fight?
Yeah.
Yeah, you saw him train for
Twice.
this fight.
L.A.
Yeah.
In Miami, he was there.
Yeah.
'Cause I stay in Miami often.
Yeah.
And I was at my place, and they said he was arriving in Miami. I knew he was getting there. This was
Yeah.
early on.
Yeah.
This is when the fight just
Yeah.
was announced.
He was everywhere.
He was in Florida.
Yeah.
Got a little too hot in Florida
Well,
for
that's-
him.
yeah, but
and
I
then
mean-
from Florida, he left to go back to L.A. So in Florida, it was 2 days, and then L.A., where obviously finished up almost everything. I watched him work out there.
Okay.
And it was just no sparring.
Yeah.
It was just, as casual workout.
I say,
Mitts bag, and that was it.
from what I've seen, Ryan, to me, he looks to be a natural counterpuncher. What do you describe his style as?
I'll agree with you. No, I agree with you of the counterpunching. And he adapts real fast.
Yeah.
I believe his IQ to be able to adapt, and also to stay the course is key.
Yeah.
Not only in his fight, but I think it's key from where he's come from, where he has to taste some of that adversity, and those fights worked for him, and it taught him a lesson to get to this point.
Yeah.
But I believe, and I see, studying both fighters,
Yeah.
he definitely have more
Yeah.
art in his arsenal than Tank Davis. Tank been blessed not to have to
use it.
Look, if something happened Saturday where he used something that I don't know and never seen, then trust me, he was blessed never had to use it because he got him out of there before he had to use it, whether it's the 8th round, 9th round, or whatever.
Yeah.
But this is the fight that Tank cannot surprise himself or anybody else to be different than he's been for these undefeated fights that he fought. Tank Davis is going to have to be forced to do something else. I want to see if he have a trick in his bag to be able to do and fight different than what he has been fighting for the last 20-something fights.
I think both fighters are going to do something different than we've ever seen.
I think they have to.
I think
Yeah.
they have to.
I agree with you, Shawn.
they have
I
to.
agree.
Stylistically, how do you think this fight matches up?
Perfect.
Perfect for Ryan.
Anytime you got it, perfect for both.
But perfect for both.
You got a guy that's taller,
Yeah.
Ryan. You got a guy that's got a reach.
Yeah.
Okay, that's not Tank's advantage.
No.
Tank has to come in,
Yeah.
be a tank,
Yeah.
pound the middle, pound the arms, hit everywhere the referee says legal, and if whatever you don't see, my fault.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, Tank have to go and systematically try to break Ryan down for later.
Yeah.
He has to break him down for later.
Yeah.
And look, Tank is not a fast starter.
No.
Anybody in this room, I don't care who you ask, will tell you, they're not looking for a first or second round knockout.
No.
Yeah, I
It
got-
takes them 5 rounds to get warmed up.
Y'all got 3 free throws.
Correct. Correct. So now, if nothing big happened early, because you're strong early, both fighters are strong early. The whip is there, left hook,
Yeah.
which I disagree. Ryan has more than that. But
He do. No. He
but,
do.
but his left hook is one that's
It's a
noticeable.
hell of a
It is
weapon.
what it
But
is.
It's a whip.
Yeah, it's a hell of a whip.
Okay, so it's going to be a lot of factors who win this and loses this fight.
Sure.
It's going to be a lot of factors on who wins and loses this fight because, trust me, there's going to be some moments where they're going to have to figure it out in the action. Why they action?
I hate for making predictions, and especially when I feel
I make one that might help you.
You can make a prediction.
It might not, but I'm just saying.
You can make a prediction?
Look, I'm biased. Look, for clear the record for legal terms, what I'm ready to say, I am biased to 100%. Part of Golden Boy, yes.
I do the
22
same
years.
thing.
So
I do the same thing.
Let me tell you, I like Ryan Garcia by a hard-earned, respectable, that he's going to gain from this fight decision where we are going to say as boxing fans and other titles in boxing, we have a moment of a star not being born, shining,
Yes, sir.
proving that he's the real deal on this level. What's next? What's next?
Bernard, do both of them have to get off the canvas in this fight?
Possibly.
That's fight of the year potential right here.
Man, listen.
We already know it's a
Do
good
you
fight.
remember Tommy Hearns and Marvin Hagler?
Of course, and they went at it from round one.
But that was 3 rounds.
Yeah.
Imagine getting that within 8-9 rounds.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what we hope for. We get a lot of big fights, and they don't play out the way the casual fans want to see. But this one could exceed those expectations.
But this one has one of those ones. Listen, there's no script to fights. It's scripts of training and scripts of what you should do. But when the fight happens, come on, man. Shawn knows. His dad been in for day one.
Yep.
He can't be honest, and he will be honest. He can be honest and say, it's times in that ring where he's in that middle of that ring. He said, hell, I know what Dad told me, but I got to do what I got to do right now.
Yeah.
And then I get back and say, okay, I'm going to get back to it.
Yeah.
Sometimes,
Yeah.
look, you ain't got time to say, or trainer.
Yeah.
Or I'm just saying Dad because of their relationship,
Yeah,
which worked.
Yeah.
But I know it's times. And I know he'll be honest when he says, shit, like, I got to use this right hand on this.
Yeah.
Calm this joker down.
Facts.
Ask him. He
Plenty of
he won't
time.
be shy about it,
Plenty
but
of
ask
times.
him.
No, plenty of times. Definitely 3.
Yo.
I said plenty. Definitely 3.
Definitely
Listen,
3.
It's exciting. This ain't a hype. We don't have to hype no fights up.
No.
This is the fight sells itself.
It does.
And right now, it's like nobody's asking us how many tickets you sold. They sold out. Within the tickets was mentioned. It's the scalpers now. That people that got the aftermarket. And you got people that's making money, which is great for boxing. It goes to tell you the action. They having fight parties.
Yeah.
Right.
People are blowing up balloons in their backyard having fight parties by neighbors they never liked.
We are
Yep.
definitely spoiled.
Neighbors they never liked.
We are
That's
spoiled.
what I'm talking about.
We
Yeah.
are spoiled.
This is the
We are
one.
spoiled.
It was good talking to you, Shawn.
Always.
Good talking to
Always.
you too, my
Yes, sir.
brother.
Always.
Always. What's
Yes,
your name
sir.
again?
Andreas.
Andreas, my
Andreas
man.
Hale.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Talking to you.
We'll talk later, all right?
Always.
Blessings to y'all.
Always, brother.
Yes,
Respect.
sir.
Same to you.
Always. Bernard Hopkins, the alien.
The alien.
What was Mr. Talk Shit? What was that other one?
The biggest instigator.
I'm sorry.
biggest instigator.
The biggest instigator.
That is a pro wrestling
I
term.
thought. I think. Hey, what the heck?
I can't let it go. I gotta go do some work, Shawn.
Yeah, man. Hey, get out of here, boss.
But I'll be
I
back.
appreciate you, man. Yes,
Love
sir.
you, bro.
Yes, sir. Love you.
Always.
Yes, sir. Andre's Hale, everybody. Sporting news, the Corner Podcast, everything. Andres is a great friend of mine. He mentioned it. Shout out to Rhapsody. If y'all saw the intro before my last fight, we put that together. Andres Hale is who helped me put that together. And we put that together in like 6 or 7 days, 8 tops. And masterful guy right there, man. Just a dynamite human being right there, and has always supported me, supported the podcast, of course, and happy to have him come on. Bernard Hopkins is none like I am biased. I have to be biased, and even if I didn't have to be biased, I would be because Ryan is my guy. I mean, it is what it is. But once you get past the bias and you listen to what this man is saying, Yes, live dog, 100%. And I do believe that both of these fighters, number one, are gonna force the other fighter to do things that they haven't had to do in live action. And then the other side of that is how that person, that opponent decides to handle it, determines where this fight goes. So I think this fight could go a number of ways. And he's the first person I've heard say a decision. And so I think that yeah, no, I'll just keep it going. Who is it? Oh, I don't know. Somebody, Michael. Oh, Michael. It's Michael buffering. That's funny. B-Hop is boxing royalty. Agree, 100%. Jay Sharp time outing. Huh? Oh. Do you want to? Are we using our Wi-Fi or theirs? We good with it? Okay. Where the hell Ha go? I don't even want to get him on the show no more.
Over it.
Yeah, I feel like, just have fun with everybody else. He, come kick it with us.
Got Hall of Famer Andre Ward.
Yeah, Dre and I, we're going to do something tomorrow. I'm telling y'all right now, Dre and I, we're doing a one-on-one tomorrow. Record it. We're posting it on the Patreon. We're going to tease it. We'll show y'all some of it. But y'all, if y'all want to see that one, y'all got to go to the Patreon. Y'all got to subscribe to the Patreon. .com/TPWP. Subscribe. That way y'all can see the content that we're going to put on over there. It's going to be some other things that I'm doing that you won't be able to see. You'll get teased on it, but we're going to start putting a lot more content on that Patreon, and we're going to pull back on the things that we've been able to bring to you guys to the PorterWay Podcast. Just the order of things, y'all. Just where we want to take this. And the kind of content that we're going to get, we feel, hey, we want to bring it to y'all, but
Y'all could definitely hit that like button too.
yeah,
You got, like,
hit the like button. Hit the like button. I don't know what's the like button for. What's the like?
Want to get us in the right position, Want to be able to
What position
get
do we
other
get
people
in?
get other
if we
people
like?
seen. We only got 22 likes and about 1,500 people in here.
Hey, did you do this message or did okay? I was gonna say Hafey just doing stuff from around the way. This is unreal. Yeah. Yeah. Did you say shirt and abs? So we got
That's most
Oscar
important.
coming on in just a second. Look at him. Look at him.
What's your best dressed boxers?
Ooh.
Active.
Active. Best dressed active boxers. You give me yours. I don't know. I don't be looking at nobody.
I mean,
Best
Tank,
dressed boxers.
be throwing some stuff on.
I agree.
Um,
I think Deontay always show up.
Deontay, he cleans up.
Deontay always show up.
We had Jamal on yesterday. He usually, knows how to put it together.
Yeah, those guys, it's a few guys out there that care.
Caleb,
Yeah.
not bad either.
Yeah. I can't think of nobody that is like, whoa, like, I think I got the suit game covered up.
Yeah.
I don't know if who else
I
can
like-
show up to the fight.
I like when
in the
you
suit.
when you had one of your first belts, you used to have the suitcase with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
That's when it started.
yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's where it all started for me. Or just before the belts. Right around 2000 right around 2013, 2012, 2013. Because my thing was, and it still is, like I like wearing what everybody else don't wear. And, I told you that earlier.
Yep.
So I was like everybody else in the J's, everybody else, and, the Gucci and all that. What everybody else ain't got. And, the suit became my thing.
I'm not mad at Canelo either. Canelo has like that pajama swag.
Yeah. Shawn Porter
those
Suits and
shirts
Services, y'all, is coming
shirts
soon.
itself.
We gonna start posting some stuff about that line. It'll be coming really soon. And Suits and Services, because we bringing a different vibe to the tailoring of suits. You know, with none of this is gonna be on the rack in stores. All this, you gotta come to me to get booted, sir.
All right.
Speaking of suited and booted,
My man.
everybody loving the fit today.
Oh, appreciate that, man. Yeah, thank you.
Who's the motivation behind this one?
My girl, man. My girl, Holly.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's got a nice little style, sense of style. You know?
Yeah.
She woke me up.
So blame her.
Oh, blame her.
Yeah.
1,000%.
Was
That's Andre, right?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Was there any questions like when she said love? This is what we're doing. Were you able to question it at all?
I actually wanted to wear her pants,
No.
and then she can wear my shirt.
Yeah.
You know.
You that
It's all
bold?
good. Come on.
Yeah, you
Come
are.
on,
Yeah, you are.
dog.
You the golden boy, man.
I
Golden
can do
boy
it all.
Yeah.
I can do it all.
Yeah. How we feeling about this fight, man?
Feel good, man.
Yeah.
Feel good. Yeah.
Have
yeah.
you? I asked Bernard this earlier. Have you seen? Ryan train?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What'd you think about the training?
Yeah. He's. I always like seeing the training, the week of the fight,
Okay.
just to
Week
see
of or week before?
the week. Well, the week of.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, the week of. 'Cause-
Like in the last couple of days.
Yeah. Because
Uh-huh.
I've seen him spar weeks, in the past, but I want to see him the week of, see how his energy is, see how his demeanor is.
Yeah.
Look into his eyes.
Yeah.
Does he look gaunt? Does he
Yeah,
look
yeah.
dry?
Yeah. Yeah.
I like seeing all that.
You being who you are, when you look at boxing now, you look at a lot of these fighters. Are there any fighters you can say, man, he did it just like how I did it or how I would do it? Is Ryan one of those fighters you could say that about?
Yeah, I don't think we know yet.
Yeah.
I truly feel that this fight here for both guys is going to be the beginning of shaping their legacy. Because both guys, Gervonta and Ryan, they've fought, I believe, similar opposition.
Yeah.
One or twice, one or two guys.
Yeah.
And Gervonta's a world champion, and but it's like he hasn't fought a Ryan Garcia, and Ryan Garcia hasn't fought a Gervonta Davis.
Sure.
Like they're both gonna fight the best fighters in their careers.
Yeah.
So I mean that's why I keep saying the winner.
Yeah.
The winner's gonna be the face of boxing.
Yeah.
Like no doubt about it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
this is the beginning for their legacy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you think this fight's gonna look tomorrow night?
It's going to be interesting, man, because you have the bull and you have the matador.
Yeah.
And in boxing, it goes way back. It goes way back where you always have the bull and you always have the matador, and most of the time, the matador wins.
Yeah.
But a lot of times the bull wins.
Yeah.
So Gervonta Davis starts off slow. We know that, but he ends up fast.
Yeah.
Ryan Garcia starts off fast,
Yeah.
and maybe he ends up slow.
Yeah.
So it's like styles make fights. It's like I always say, whoever's focused till the end is gonna win the fight. Whoever makes that first mistake is gonna lose.
Yeah. I couldn't answer this question earlier. Someone in my chat asked me, "What are Tank's weaknesses?" Can you give me any of Tank's weaknesses?
The fights that I've studied, he was getting touched by Leo Santa Cruz.
Yeah.
A fighter who fights a certain way.
Yeah.
A certain we call it Mexican style.
Sure, sure.
He fights himself short.
Yeah.
He loves throwing punches. Gets hit.
Yeah.
And he was getting tagged by him.
Yeah.
When he fought Gamboa, he was getting tagged by a fighter who wasn't the same in his peak, but he still had speed.
Yeah.
Didn't have too much power and legs behind him anymore.
Yeah.
But he was getting tagged.
Yeah.
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 So, but he took him.
Yeah.
And he weathered the storm.
Yeah.
Because he's a fighter, right?
Yeah.
So there's certain flaws that both fighters have. Look, it's not up to me to unveil them, and it's up to the fighters.
The fighters got to
That's
unveil.
it.
Yeah.
You got to do your job inside the ring. Like, I can talk all I want,
Yeah.
but you got to do your work inside the ring.
Are you fighting again?
Fuck, I wish, man.
Yeah.
I wish.
Yeah, I was on that. I was gonna be commentating your fight that you were
The Triller fight.
trying to. Yeah, that you were trying to get into. Yeah.
I was in great shape, actually.
I know.
But I mean, I couldn't lie to myself.
Yeah.
I was getting hit in sparring
Yeah.
by amateurs,
Uh-huh.
and I was like, man, this is not good.
Yeah.
I literally think that everything happens for a reason in my life.
Uh-huh.
When I got COVID that week,
Yeah.
I mean, I was bummed, but it happened for a reason.
Yeah.
I got COVID, it got canceled,
Yeah.
deflated my balloon, and and it made me realize, hey,
And then
that's it,
inflate
it's
no
over.
more?
It's over.
No.
It's over.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
Yeah.
Can't do it. I put everything into that training camp.
Yeah.
I can't do it anymore, man.
Did you have to go through that as a pro fighter?
Oh yeah,
A lot.
every fight.
I went through it for one entire year.
Yeah.
Where we were in a contract dispute with our promoters.
Huh.
And we thought that we had an end. We were going to get in the ring. And my dad kept me training.
Yeah.
And then the lawyer would call and say, hey, they filed this. They did that.
Yeah.
Can't fight. I went through 300,
Yeah.
a good
No, and you
365
have
days.
to stay ready.
Of that.
You have
gotta
to stay in shape.
ready.
Yeah.
Damn. So that one, you're like, I'm done after that.
I'm done, man.
Yeah.
That's it. I can't do it. I
All
can't. My body can't take it.
Yeah.
I mean, this old body can't take it.
Yeah. And then lastly, of course, we saw the press conference yesterday. Is there anything you regret that you didn't say to Leonard on the stage?
No, it wasn't even directed to Leonard.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
honestly, Leonard has nothing to do with this.
I feel like it was directed to the fight world. Like, hey, don't forget.
No, it's look. You're a fighter. You know exactly what we go through, and when we negotiated this deal through Al Heyman and because I didn't talk to Al Heyman directly. We had lawyers involved,
I know how it
and my
goes.
lawyers and
Yeah.
this and that. So
Yeah.
when they talked about the stipulation, the weight draining, this, that, so I started thinking, what can I say to rattle their team, you know?
Yeah.
And so I said, you know what, man? I put myself in Gervonta's shoes, and I thought, shit, wait, does my team believe in me? Because they had to put all these stipulations. Wait,
It's a hell of a twist.
Can I not beat him just by him being Ryan and not being weight drained? And shit, do they not believe in me? Then that questions you, So I had to take off my promoter hat and put on my fighter hat, then put my promoter hat again,
Hey, last question for me. What weight do you think Ryan's gonna come into the ring on fight night?
Well, he's gotta come in within 10 pounds
At
fight night. Yeah.
at the venue.
Oh yeah.
I thought it was just
I mean,
a morning.
No,
weigh-in.
no, it's a morning thing. But look, I think what people are not understanding is that Ryan doesn't gain that much weight anyway.
If you do it right, you're not supposed to.
No, I
Yeah.
mean, you're a fighter. You know that I used to come in maybe 6-7 pounds over. That's it.
Yeah.
Because I want to keep my speed.
Yeah.
I don't want to feel sluggish.
yeah.
I don't want to feel heavy. Yeah. So he's gonna come in maybe 9 pounds, 8 pounds
Yeah.
over. That's it. That's all you want.
So no problem with the weight clause
no issue.
anyway.
No issue
Yeah,
whatsoever.
that's what I try to tell everybody. It's no,
issue.
it's no, it
He's
is
a
what
pro.
it is. Yeah.
Look, people don't understand. Ryan is a fighter.
Yeah.
He's a fighter, but he still has to prove even more.
Yeah.
Because of the way he looks.
Yeah. Yep.
That's
Yep.
it.
Yeah, you went through
He's
that.
a fighter, man. I understand it because,
Yeah.
man, I remember when I fought for my first world title, I was on the scale fighting at 130. As tall as I am, at 130, I mean, I was a dead man. And that same minute when I weighed in, the other camp said, wait, the rule book says you have to weigh in the day of the fight, or else we're leaving.
Uh-huh.
And I had to suck it up.
Yeah.
I weighed in at 128 the next day.
Wow.
I was dead.
Yeah.
But, you know, you have to do what you have to do.
Do what
You know?
do. We appreciate you for coming on the PorterWay Podcast.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you.
Good luck tomorrow night.
Thank you, bro.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Oscar. Hey, get the pants as you walk away. There he is. There he is. Look at the boots. Look at the boots. Are they boots? Okay. I ain't mad at you. Oh, yeah. Bet. Well, Oscar De La Hoya, everyone. I asked Leonard Ellaby, I said, yo, do you think he was selling tickets or do you think it was personal? Leonard said he thought it was personal. I had a feeling it was more so just what can I say to get under their skin, you know what I mean? And I think it was a little personal too, but yeah. And I don't think he got, Leonard's skin, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, Leonard ain't the one.
I think Coach Kyle too. I think.
Yeah. What about Tank?
I think Tank was fine with it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like at the end of the day, it don't matter, you know.
You know, I think what was said as far as Tank's team not believing in him.
Yeah.
I don't think Tank is going to feed into that, but I think it does, like, you know, piss him off a little bit because we did see responses.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, because I thought Coach Cal felt it a little bit too.
Hope it doesn't backfire though. Like, don't give them more of a reason.
I don't know if you saw, but I asked him yesterday if he thought this was going to be the last time he works with Golden Boy. He said, I ain't going to say nothing. But I feel like when Leonard fired back, he was like, bump it. Let's burn the bridge.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, I feel like I've heard him say a lot of that stuff before. You know, so it's been a feud between Mayweather and Oscar for a long, long time. I don't think that's going anywhere.
What'd you say?
I said I don't think that feud between Mayweather and Oscar is ever going to die.
Oh yeah, no, ain't going.
But at least they can come together and do business, and we get big fights like this.
It's too much money not to,
Exactly.
and I think you know certain people just kind of click for them. You know, that hey, let's go ahead and make this happen. I think one side, you know, felt a little bit better about their fighter than the other, but again, you can't deny the money. We're going to get Ha Davis, and what time is it? 12:49. I think we're going to get Ha and we're going to get up out of here. Well, I'll probably end up doing some interviews myself, but I think Ha and we good. So, I appreciate the 2K in here with us right now. Appreciate you guys. I'm certainly going to miss this after this stops because fights like this only come around once in a once. So
yeah, and my hope is that the fight is competitive enough to do it again.
Ooh, yeah. I mean, we don't. It's hard to look past this first one, but yeah. I mean, some fights I think deserve an instant replay. This one, like you just said, it has to do enough. You know what I mean? Enough has to be done. And for people to say, hey, we don't know what's going to happen the next time around.
You needed some instant run backs yourself, too.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
If you could pick any one rematch to get, who would it be?
Well, I got one and then I got two. One would have been Kell Brook. I just did a whole lot wrong, and I could have did a whole lot more right. I think the second one that if I could have it back would probably be Keith Thurman. I wanted that one as soon as that announcement was made. I was like, oh. Let's go in the back room, rest for a minute, come back out here, you know. But yeah,
that was a tremendous fight right there.
It's certain people I don't want to talk to when I do get done. And I know everybody's looking at me like when he's done doing his thing, I want him to come do my thing. Hey, put it in the comments if y'all miss Ant right now, if y'all miss Carson right now, let them know y'all miss them. They both will be at the weigh-in, and we are still we're going to get over there and try to figure out if we can make that happen for y'all. So, again, appreciate the 2K in here, and appreciate y'all always rocking with the podcast. Tell somebody else to turn off whoever they on right now and turn us on. And because we know y'all love it, we're going to try to go over there and make the weigh-in happen as well. Outside of that, we will be back live on the PorterWay Podcast 6:30 tonight. My dad is doing something. He's calling it the Team Porter press conference. So he's got a press conference. He's gonna make some announcements and things like that. 6:30 tonight. Location, I have no clue. But we will be there. Let me pull up. Let me do my dad right. Do him some justice. The Fight Star Studio, 6345 South Pecos Road. That's not far from home. Cool. Las Vegas, Nevada 89120. I will do that again. The PorterWay podcast will be live 6:30 at the Team Porter press conference held by my father. Live at the Fight Star Studio. That's one word. Fight Star, one word. The Fight Star Studio, 6345 South Pecos, Las Vegas, Nevada 89120. Celebration and media appreciation to follow. Food and drinks will be served. Cool, because I was wondering, are we going to be able to eat? Yeah. I figured that. Yeah, so I'm going to do ha-ha, and then I'm done, and I'll do whatever. Yep. Okay, cool. Yep. That's serious? Serious?
Shade.
That's serious? Who does who does the shade room?
I'm not sure who does it, but it's a good look. Good look. No, it's like a IG,
Okay.
Instagram.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm following you. Yeah. So that's all right. That's all right. Oh, he's here? He's not in here, is he? Okay. When? Yeah. Yeah. See, yeah. If he's not far, yeah. So real quick on Booker T. This was probably Mayweather McGregor. I came in here to do some social hits, and Booker T and I ended up talking and just sitting down and all that kind of stuff. And let me pull this up real quick. When was Mayweather McGregor? What do you think? 2019?
Maybe.
I know y'all know in the
18,
comments.
maybe
So,
18.
but anyway, way back then, again, y'all have heard me talk about when I started thinking about retirement and stuff like that. Way back then is when I was, hey, I'm at my last couple, whatever the case may be. And I asked Booker T, I said, hey, how's retirement? And then I asked him, I said, yo, you still busy being retired? He said, I don't know when you plan on retiring, but if you plan on doing things like this, you're going to be more busy doing everything post-boxing than you were the entire time you boxed. And that's exactly how my life is. And so I always think about him from time to time when I'm doing a lot and people point out, like, you everywhere. I think about Booker T because he was right. Like, I'm doing more now than I did the entire time I boxed. When I boxed, it was just train, diet, fight. Train, live, fight. Now it's just so much more. So we got Ha coming to the PorterWay Podcast now. Okay. Okay. I'll be quick.
Who was your motivation in terms of like promoting yourself and any fighters, wrestlers?
Yes, sir. I'll get you back to that question.
Okay.
I'll get you back to that question. Ha.
We outside.
What's good, boss?
Man, we taking it easy. How you feeling?
Man, listen. I heard Ha Davis was gonna be in the building.
Yeah.
I said, oh man,
Yeah.
the old buddy.
Yeah.
What's good, man?
Man, good to see you, man. It's been a while.
It's been a long minute.
Yeah.
It's been a long minute. People don't even, I don't think, realize this, but way back when we put the fight together with Danny Garcia, my dad hit you up
Yeah.
and had you come in. We
Yeah.
did some things.
Yeah, your dad had me. I don't know what freeway we was on, but yeah, I won't get in a vet with your dad ever again. He a speed racer.
Yeah, and he got rid of that one,
Oh, that one gone.
but he got two more.
Get rid of that one, then grab two more.
Grab two more. Grab two more since that one.
Absolutely.
But were you in the fight game before you had met us?
Yeah, I was always I was always a boxing fan. I was
Uh-huh.
always until you know what I mean, the world of boxing. I mean, it always did something for me.
Yeah. What is it about boxing for you?
I think it's just the work ethic. I think it's the work y'all put in. Like it's the discipline that y'all put in. You know what I mean? It's almost the greatest sport on earth because the work y'all got to put in. Like there's no other sport on earth that you got to put in that type of work.
Yeah. Steven
to
Jackson
go,
said the same thing yesterday.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To go 12 rounds, like bro, you football, y'all hitting each other.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean boxing the same thing. Like you
Well,
can knock a motherfucker out, but
you get time out though with football.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
But somebody coming at you at
hey,
50
I
miles per
hurt my
hour.
leg. Go ahead. You
know
take
what I'm saying?
this rep.
That's different.
You take this rep, yeah. And I think that's why everybody's starting to gravitate towards boxing more. You've seen a lot of other social media influencers. What you gonna do?
I mean, I'm waiting on somebody from my world to come holler at me. They don't want that.
Oh, okay.
You, Shawn, they don't want that
So
work.
it's got to be somebody from the social media world.
Yeah, it got to be somebody.
But
from
you
that
would
world.
get in the ring though.
I get in the work.
You been working?
Yeah.
Like you been
know,
training?
You see, I done lost 50 pounds.
Yeah,
I lost a lot of work. I'm always in the gym.
Damn, you right.
Yeah, I'm always
I
in
ain't
the
even
gym.
peeped that. Yeah, you right. Yeah.
From when I seen you that day,
Okay.
I'm 50 pounds lighter.
Damn, boy.
So anybody
You right.
that wanted from that world, come holler at me.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I mean? But the bag got to be right.
I-
Shawn, you got to get the money. You
I
got to get the money.
I was about to say you made it sound too simple. You made it sound too easy.
Yeah.
So it ain't that easy.
No, it
man.
ain't that easy. You got to have the bag right.
Yeah. But you ain't like I'll go ahead and say it, you ain't scared.
No,
You
I ain't
know,
scared. I get
yeah.
them. See, I was supposed to fight somebody from social media, but I had a movie coming up, and he thought I was scared of him. But you can always come back and get at me
Yeah.
any day of the
Yeah,
week.
yeah.
I mean, I just didn't want to be bruised up
Yeah.
before my movie.
Was it the movie with Mike Epps?
No, that came out, and then I was in House Party. That's on Showtime.
Okay.
And then I got a movie coming out called Still in
I
Jokes.
still haven't watched the house party yet.
Yeah, please check it out. I'm in
Yeah.
there too. I'm
Okay.
in House Party.
Who's in Stealing Jokes?
It's me, Jeff Dye. He a comedian from Seattle, but he got his TV show on Fox right now.
Okay.
So he got a TV show on Fox.
Very good.
You know what I mean? Love him. Shout out Jeff Dye.
Yeah.
But Still in Jokes is coming up.
Hey, real quick, is this in terms of your life? Is this the avenue you always wanted to be in?
No, I couldn't tell you that. I could tell you that I was a class clown.
Yeah.
I could tell you that I was a cook at KFC forever and didn't know where I
Damn,
was going.
boy, when you said I was a cook, I thought something more extravagant was coming. You said
No.
KFC.
No, I was
I heard a cook. No, you wasn't no cook. You was heating shit up at KFC. Say it next time from now on, because you had me all the way.
No, I was cooking.
I thought you was at a casino or something when you said I was a cook.
No, I was cooking. I was cooking the chicken raw shell from KFC. So I'm telling you right now, I can go back. You don't even know what 2 and 2 is. Ask me what's 2 and 2.
The special? The two
No,
and two?
no, ask me what's 2 and 2.
What's 2 and 2?
2 white, 2 dark. See what I'm saying?
Okay,
2 bags of white, 2 bags of dark.
Okay.
I go drop it right now.
Yeah.
Call me right now.
Okay.
I go drop it.
So you don't miss dropping them bags, them chicken bags at KFC.
I tell you what, I'm opening up me a KFC. I'm gonna own me one.
You have to.
I'm gonna own me one.
You have to.
Yeah, because I still know
Straight
it like
up?
the back of my hand.
Straight
Absolutely.
up?
Absolutely.
That's what's up.
I'm gonna own me
I
one.
dig that 100%.
Yeah, because I still know it like the back of my hand.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
when you were at KFC, you just didn't know that this was gonna happen.
No, see, 2013, I didn't know where I was going in my life. I was working at KFC. I went off to school. I was a football player. I played ball for a while. And then once I seen football wasn't happening, reality started kicking in at some point for everybody.
Yeah.
So 2014, I go back home. I go back and work at KFC for a little while, and then I leave KFC and I go work at Outback. And then I'm starting to
Stepped it up. You stepped it up.
Yeah,
you stepped it up.
Say Outback, let's step a little.
Yeah.
So I leave KFC. I'm working at Outback.
Can you get me an 8-ounce medium?
Whatever you need.
No. Can you get it medium, or is either all the way done or it's all the way raw?
It's all the way done or all the way raw for sure.
Yeah. But anyway, go ahead.
But I'm working at Outback, and then this one I'm starting to pop a little bit. And then I had my first interview. I'm going on the radio, and I tell my boss, like, I got to leave right now. I got my first interview. And I'm like 30,000, 40,000 followers. I'm like, I got to leave.
Uh-huh.
He like, all right, clean the kitchen up before you leave. And I cleaned up. He like, you still ain't done. I'm like, man, I got to go right now.
Yeah.
He said, if you leave out of this building right now, don't call me in 6 months when you need a job.
Yeah.
And it's been 8 years.
Yeah. Well, you knew KFC was around the corner.
Yeah, I can always go back to KFC.
That's what's up, man.
You know what I mean?
Congratulations, man. I love that
Yeah.
story.
So to be on top
I
now,
love that story.
famous, rich, and famous,
Yeah.
we did it. We did it from the east side of Detroit.
Now, did you ever look back, though?
No, it wasn't a reason to look back.
No. I'm saying, yeah, like it popped that hard.
I believed in the dream. I believed in the dream. I knew it was gonna happen. You know what I mean? Like 2015. Like I'm talking about literally after this happened. That's when Snoop Dogg came to the east side of Detroit. And he found me. I'm talking about I had Snoop on the east side of Detroit.
Yes, sir.
One security guard, and he hanging out for 8-9 hours before his show.
Yeah.
Like I'm talking about 8 o'clock in the morning. Snoop was with me till about 7 p.m.
Wow.
He like, hey, cuz I got a slide, I got a show.
Yeah.
And then he dipped off, but he
That's
hung out with me the
love.
entire day. And ever since then, it's been up for me.
That's love.
I've been on top of the world. I can't complain.
Let me ask you this. I did an interview with Tank.
Mm-hmm.
It's done very well on YouTube. It's
Yeah.
on the DAZN platform, I believe. But they wanted me to ask Tank a lot of questions about Baltimore and growing up from Baltimore and all those things.
Yes, sir.
I want to ask you the same thing. Being from Detroit, has that really made you who you are?
Yeah, Detroit. I don't think no city in the world can hustle better than we can hustle. We hustlers.
Very good.
We know how to figure it out.
Yeah.
We gonna figure it out some way. We gonna get our hustle on. And you know, I tried to box. I tried to rap. I tried it all.
Yeah. Did you try to box for real?
Yeah, I did. I definitely tried to box.
Did you go from football to boxing?
I definitely went from
Like,
football
that's-
to boxing. I went from football to rap to boxing.
Okay.
And y'all training. That's why
What
I said.
happened with the rap? Because I
Had
know you still do, you know, it shows in your comedy a little bit.
had the wrong type of bars.
Yeah. the wrong type of bars.
Yeah.
Are you doing any stand up?
Yeah, I'm on tour right now. I'm back outside May 6th. We in New York too.
You got some stand up on YouTube too, don't you?
No, I ain't putting none of my.
You don't have nothing on YouTube.
No, because we gearing up for my special.
I must have. Do you have something on your social media or something like that?
I mean, I put out the freestyle stuff.
Yeah.
I don't put out my actual jokes. So we
Yeah.
trying to get the special done.
Yeah.
And then after the special,
I want to see you
it's
live.
to the world.
I wanna
Please come see me.
live.
Please come see me.
I do. I don't need no tickets. I want to see you live.
Yeah,
I'm big on stand up, man.
I'm like that.
I'm big on
I'm not gonna
stand-up.
lie. I wasn't the coldest when I started. I had to go back to comedian Blackberry. He the coldest. First of all, my OG right here. He been doing stand up 20 years. He the coldest.
Okay.
Ain't too many comedians that's funny here on
Yeah.
stage. I give y'all that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Hey, real quick, can we get them on right quick?
Yeah,
come on right quick. Come on. You got time?
yeah, come on, yeah, let him hang
I'm
out.
big on stand up, man.
No.
I feel like boxing goes right in line. No, no, sit down. What the hell? No. Get up. No. What the hell?
No, but stand up comedy.
Yeah.
It's definitely in line with boxing.
The hustle required for music and the hustle required for stand up, I think goes right in line with the hustle that's required for boxing.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
It's cool.
Where you come from the boxing world too?
Yeah, you know what? Because I'm much older, so I came up through the ranks.
You don't look
of,
much older.
Thank you, I appreciate that, bro.
Yeah.
And I came up through the ranks of like the old school boxing, so to see it transition to a point where boxers are finally getting their flowers.
Yeah.
Like y'all are finally getting y'all flowers.
Yeah.
Like before, you could just fight and then that was
It
just
was
a
dirty.
fight.
It was dirty.
dirty.
Yeah, it was dirty.
Now y'all get credit for skill, look,
Yeah.
talent, the way
Yeah.
y'all talk, the way y'all handle yourself,
Yeah.
owning out the ring. So it's a whole different thing, and then y'all getting paid
Yeah.
what y'all deserve in the
Yeah.
sense of that. Like that, it'll never be an amount of money.
And the thing, shout out to the boxers that was able to like have a entire career, make the money they made from it, and still healthy. Like
Yeah.
Sean, you a healthy boxer.
Healthy.
That's
You know what I'm saying?
That's
Yeah.
kind of the point of everything I'm trying to do now, and show these fighters like, hey, it doesn't have to be a situation where you got 7 to 10 losses.
Yes, sir.
But it's the only thing you could do in life. You know what I mean? Like there are other avenues
Yeah.
in life. You know, the blessing to me was I had my dad, and he didn't only expose me to boxing.
Yes, sir.
A lot of fighters have only been exposed to boxing.
Right.
You know what I mean? So much easier for you to go from the football field to the boxing game, say, oh, yeah, no, that ain't for me. Maybe I'll come back to it another day.
Yeah.
A lot of fighters, this or nothing.
This
you know
all
what I
they
mean?
got.
Yeah, and I think that's the tough part.
That what comedy was for me though.
Yeah.
Comedy was either all or nothing for
Yeah.
me. Like when comedy found me in 2015, this is 2013. I'm sorry. If comedy didn't work for me, then it was only gonna be.
Did you start with the social media stuff, or did you start with stand-up?
No, I started with the social media stuff. He was the guy that started with stand up. He 20 years. I might be. What you 20? You might be 22, 23 in now, huh?
Yeah, yep.
You 23 years in the
Yep.
game though, huh?
Yeah,
Respect.
just watching young.
Wait, but like
Yeah.
like you say, no, not to cut you off, Bees, but like.
But
like,
no, let me cut you off real quick,
Yeah,
because
please.
to the point of, and even with this, they talking about these guys, whoever wins is going to be the face of boxing. Guess what? We already got 2 faces of boxing. Why we got it? So
Why
what?
we gotta separate?
Why we got to?
Yeah.
Obviously, one's gonna win and go and continue to move on.
Yeah.
But before you talk about whoever wins this fight's going to be the face, guess what? We already got two faces of boxing.
Right.
And there's so many guys, to speak to you, it's so many guys that you never see get to this point, but they're that good.
Absolutely.
And you just don't see them. You
That's
know what I mean?
That's what happened with my granddaddy.
And that's what, yeah.
That's what happened with my granddaddy. He was the first reverend at the church. He never really got his. He started selling Bibles first. And did pastor.
And he had the Bibles without the covers. He just had the
Pastor
pages.
Jefferson overstepped him.
He went to hotels and took the Bibles out the drawers and sold those on the back.
Turn your book to the book of Leviticus.
And no thieves, whatever that is.
But go ahead with do you man.
But no, what I was gonna say was, like even with stand up, like bro, it's such an art.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like to be able to set up a joke, to be able to grab a microphone, or just to use certain things that help you set up your, like that stool on the stage is everything.
Yeah.
Because it help you paint a picture.
Yeah.
Like when I first started doing stand up, I was only telling jokes.
Yeah.
He was one like, bro, grab a stool and paint a picture to help them understand the joke you trying to tell.
Yeah.
You do this with the microphone so they understand the joke you trying to tell.
Yeah.
It was him. So they even with boxing, like it's an art.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
So with stand up, when he tell me like, hey bro, grab a microphone, do this with the microphone. Hey, do this with the stool. It helps me paint a picture for them when I'm on stage.
How intimidating has stand up been for you?
Woo. Well, when I first started off, stand up was beyond intimidating. Now it's almost like, all right. When I come outside, y'all know the big dog outside.
Yes, sir.
You know
Yes,
what I
sir.
mean?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
What about you?
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, it's to this day. I respect it so much. It's like what you believe in is almost like your parent.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to. It's not the fear of it. It's you don't want to disappoint the one thing that you decided to do.
Yeah.
But how you feel when you grab that microphone? Do you?
Once you,
I mean, let it hang out, Big B. Tell them the truth. I mean, I know
it's
you're
like
trying to
boxing.
be humble.
No.
Tell them what's up, man.
But once that bell ring
All right,
and
then.
I come together like boss,
Yeah.
it's over.
Yeah.
It's over. Like
Yeah.
it's over. Once like let's just say you put a show together for all the bosses and you want to bring a community. Everybody's getting that work.
Yeah.
Everybody's getting that work. I did a show for Snoop Dogg, and he thought I was finna be like, yeah, so I grew
He got
up
a show with Snoop coming up too
I
in
got a
2
show with
weeks.
Snoop with Snoop. He called me back. He thought it was gonna be some, so I grew up in a small town Detroit. I roasted him the whole 15 minutes.
Yeah.
So it was like once you grab that, you understand what it is, and it's smooth selling once you in it.
Yeah.
And the messed up part about boxing is I couldn't imagine being a comedian after you tell every 2 jokes you have to stop. And then somebody tell you how to tell your jokes. Okay, you did good on that last joke. What you got to do is land that punchline a little harder. Go a little harder. Sip a little water, but then get back in there and make them laugh.
No, because on that day you bombed.
Yeah.
On that when you and I've talked to a lot of comedians and it's
I'm not sitting there like I didn't take my punch on the
No,
chin.
I'm saying though, because I talked with Sid and Russell Peters one day. I did their show. I did Russell's show, and we just got into this conversation about bombing. And said, yeah, he said you feel it immediately.
Immediately.
He said as soon as it start happening, you feel it.
Yeah.
And you ain't got no coach to go to
ain't got no
to
coach.
help you switch that shit up.
If I can imagine, I'll put it
Absolutely.
like this. If a boxer get hit and he gets stunned, that is exactly what a joke feel like when it don't work.
Yeah.
Because you on an island by yourself, you like, wait, he just
And
hit
it's so
me?
quiet up there, bro.
It's so quiet.
It's so quiet. Nobody laughing at nothing. Like it's the most embarrassing feeling.
Hey, have you ever dreamt you bombed?
No, I bombed a few times.
No, seriously. Like, have you ever dreamt?
Oh yeah, I dream.
Oh, man.
That's the worst.
Are you
dream.
serious?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know what they say? If you dream about bombing, it's always the opposite.
Yeah.
So you're gonna do great on stage. 'Cause if you dream about bombing, then it's gonna be the opposite when you're on stage. But I always dream about bombing.
Yeah.
Because it's a scary feeling.
Yeah.
It's always
yeah,
scary
yeah.
feeling like,
Yeah.
bro, I'm hard. Davis like my fame gonna outweigh my bombing.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's still
It's
a scary
that
feeling.
moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's that moment you get dropped. You know what I mean?
You know
It's
what I'm
that
saying?
moment you can't get up.
You know what I mean? That moment that you can't get up is a
All right. How about this one? And then we'll get off bombing. But have you ever you felt it coming and you was able to turn it around?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh,
I ain't
man.
gonna lie.
We just did that in Jersey. I'm going to take
Yeah.
over this. He just did it in Jersey.
Yeah.
He wrote a new joke. It was a Denzel joke.
Uh-huh.
It was about the joke. What's the name of the movie? The Denzel
Flight.
Flight. It was a joke about that. And the setup is dry, but it's a good picture to paint. So the punchline is worth it. and it was so quiet, but he rolled it through. When he got done saying the punchline, they went crazy. But that moment where you like, oh
But you
my
know
God.
it's gonna be dry though.
Yeah.
That's
But
like Tank. Like he know these first 2 to 3 rounds. I'm just downloading some information. I'm expecting to lose these, but the bomb is coming. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You
But
ain't
along
lying.
the way, you was feeling it. Like
Yeah, you know,
And he went crazy. And then he
Absolutely.
went crazy. And that's, you know what? That's a good example. It's like when boxers, you be like, man, this fight boring. And then next thing you know, you blink your eye and somebody on the pavement. You like, oh, what did I miss?
How did we get here?
How did we get? And that's how it was.
Wow.
It's like how Tank knocked out dude. We didn't know it was coming. He bounced off the rope, hit him.
oh yeah.
And if you blinked, you missed it because up until that point, you probably just thought the fight was a fight.
What do y'all think about this fight right here, right quick?
I think Tank gonna take it.
Yeah.
I think Tank gonna take it. I mean, I just feel like he's a knockout artist.
When you watch Ryan though, is there anything that gives you like, oh man, Ryan, Tank got to watch out for this, or I don't know about that. You know,
he got the height advantage, and like we all know Ryan got that left hook. That left hook, a motherfucker.
it's a whip, bro.
That left hook.
It's a
left
whip.
hook.
It ain't to be played with.
It's
And
a
the
whip.
thing is,
It ain't to be played with.
It's
the
a whip.
background,
Yeah.
the backgrounds is what do it for me because you can say Davis relates to the inner city, and then
Right.
you can say Ryan relates to a culture of people that don't even get recognized.
Sure.
So he has a lot more pressure. Like he has a lot more pressure because it's like, bro, to his country, that's all or nothing. Like Lo said, that's all or
Yeah.
nothing.
Yeah.
Like Davis, he can still be popular for losing
Yeah,
because he
That's
can get a
true.
rematch and it can be bigger than this.
that's true.
So it's like Ryan, he kind of like, damn, I got a whole country to America. We just like whoever just sweet.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
but his country,
And
they
we
like,
just-
bro, you can't come home.
When you start saying like the face of boxing, who you think the biggest name in boxing is? If you had to just name,
I honestly think that both of these guys right here are the biggest biggest faces in boxing. These two, we got a good one.
yeah,
We got a good one. Obviously, Canelo was there. Canelo is not who he used to be,
okay,
and of course, he. It's a fighter's job to. If I feel like something slipping, if I feel like my speed's slipping, I'm still gonna tell everybody I'm fast as shit.
yeah,
If I feel like my power ain't what it used to be, I'm still gonna tell everybody I'm knocking them out.
yeah, absolutely.
And so he's gonna fake the funk, but Canelo's not who he used to be,
okay,
and he's being pushed out
yeah,
by some young lions.
yeah.
And the funny thing is, these lions is at 135 pounds.
That's deep. It's deep.
It used to be you had to be a welterweight, or it used to be you had to be a heavyweight.
Heavyweight for sure.
Everybody's at 135 right now, which is sweet.
And packing power, yeah.
Which is sweet.
Somebody from 135 got to show me. Somebody got to separate themselves. And I got my 4. I tell you who my 4 is at 135, and I might be off with the numbers, but I'm gonna go.
No particular order. But
Yeah,
go
but,
ahead.
but I'm gonna go with Shakur Stevenson.
Sure.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with Devin Haney.
Sure.
I'm gonna go with Javante Davis.
Sure.
And then that last one, I'm gonna go with. You gotta go with Ryan.
You gotta go around.
You gotta go with Ryan.
And
Yeah.
I got my foe.
Yeah.
When we talking 135 purebred, that people that owe me money, my uncle, my little cousin, I bailed him out. I paid 2 of his tickets. That was
How old is
75. He's 17, but right now he working. But the 135, 140, my uncle owed me that. Not right now, but and then that 200
He
heavyweight.
said, "Not
money.
right now, not right now." But he
But
gonna
no.
owe me.
Yeah, he gonna owe me. But no, yeah, that
I
yeah.
ain't get nothing to eat, and I blame you.
You might.
I would blame you, but I didn't know you was here. I
Like,
blame you.
They did just.
Damn, they just wheeled it off.
Yeah.
too.
I mean, but
Yeah.
you staying in shape though, Sean.
I'm trying to, man.
What's that wheel?
I'm
They
trying to.
wheeled it. That's wheels on meals.
Yeah.
Meals on wheels.
Yeah, you
Damn, they
still-
pulled it off.
Sean, you still go to the gym?
I do.
When?
I've not hit a boxing bag
And why?
Wow.
and since my last fight.
You be dyeing your beard or you ain't went gray yet?
No. I ain't went gray yet.
Okay, Sean.
I'm just sexy like that. Yeah.
Yeah, let me
If
ask you a
If
deep
you look a little
question.
harder, I got some red in here. I
Yeah.
got some light brown in here.
Let me ask you a deep
We
question.
got family from everywhere, and it shows in this
Yeah,
beard.
talk about it.
It's the last question. I guess I asked this earlier. If you can go back, and it ain't far because you're still young, but the fact that I'm just asking that, if you can trade out one boxer and you can be in that position, who would you take out and who would you want to fight? Who would you want to fight right now? If
Oh,
you
right
could
now,
choose-
if I could trade
right,
out with
right
one
now,
of them,
this
Yeah.
poster changes. It's your face
my
and
face.
another person. Between Ryan and Davis, who would it be?
I match up well with both of them. But I think the more exciting fight, where I'm on top the whole way, is probably I would trade out, and it would be me versus Ryan. I think And I think that again, like that's a part of this fight that's really intriguing. You get one guy that's tall and long, and the other guy is shorter and thicker. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
Gervonta definitely reminded me of you.
Yeah.
Like just getting up on you like y'all
Yeah.
like computers. You know how you play the computer on a video game and just
They
keep
never
coming
stop.
forward?
They just keep coming forward, yeah.
That's what you remind me of.
He put me up on you for sure.
Why you keep going, like push the back button?
The computer never stopped coming forward. He always come forward.
Yeah,
Especially when you got it on hard.
Yeah.
Pause. But you know what I mean.
I like it. Hey, well, yo, I appreciate you blessing my podcast,
Absolutely.
boss.
Absolutely.
And we'll keep in touch, my man. We'll get you back on. I gotta come live. Oh yeah, I wanted to tell this story right quick. I bought tickets before I hit up Dave because I didn't want Dave to think that I was hitting him up for tickets.
That's fire.
So I bought the tickets and then I hit Dave. Yo, Dave, I'll be at the show. I'll make sure you say what's up.
Yeah.
So he had us come to the back room after the show. But my man, in the midst of his show, and then you know me, I had to get front row tickets. In the midst of his show, I said, say what's up after the show.
Yeah.
He's doing his show, caught eyes with me, and said, oh, what's up, Shawn Porter, Kenny Porter? Great boxes right there. And then went right back to his joke.
Clean. We do that too. That's
To
clean.
me, that solidified him as the GOAT.
Yeah.
But you could do that too?
Oh,
Oh,
absolutely.
he do that every
Oh
time.
man,
Absolutely.
but I was like, yo, you gotta, cause you know I know how it go. Like you gotta stay on point
Yeah.
and hit your marks.
Yeah.
When you don't hit your marks, something might go wrong. You know what I mean?
See, the thing about it, I'm gonna say this before we get out of here. Like, we might joke around and all that, but when we on that stage, we in our element. If you in that crowd and you play with us, it's going down.
Yeah.
Same
real
as
talk.
boxing. You know what I mean? When we in that ring, we might be homeboys after we get out of this ring. But once I'm on that stage and I got the
On
microphone
that,
in my
yeah.
hand,
I'm on
y'all
that
get
with
out the way.
you. I'm on that with you.
Because it's coming.
Yeah.
The flood is coming.
Yeah.
I'm out of here.
Ha Davis,
Love,
everybody.
brother.
Appreciate
Comedian
y'all.
Blackberry, I appreciate
Love
you having
Bear.
me, man.
Yes, sir.
My guy.
Appreciate you,
Make
son.
sure y'all follow these guys.
Thank you.
This is the PorterWay. We'll be back at 6:30 live at the Team Porter press conference. You guys go get you something to eat. I'm about to do that. Appreciate y'all for hanging in there with me, man. I love doing this, and I appreciate y'all for rocking with me. God bless y'all. We'll see you later.